on the Rogues Streaming Network. This is Medford Rogues Baseball.
Full swing and a miss, the throw over to second base, and the tag is going to be in time. It's a double play. Strike him out, throw him out. That's hit well. Deep shot, deep right field. That ball is a definite no-doubter.
Rogues Baseball is on the air.
Base running wins games, in my opinion. My philosophy is to create chaos on the base paths.
Rogue Valley, are you ready? Let's send it out to the ballpark. Here is the voice of your Rogues, Brian Welch. It is getaway day in the Rogue Valley. It's the rubber game between Healdsburg and Medford. Hi everybody, my name is Brian Welch of the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. And welcome to the Awesome Pool Guy On Deck Show. Does your pool or hot tub need repairs? Call Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Yesterday was Healdsburg who took Game 2 of this weekend series, 4-0 against your Medford Rogues. Rogues 16-6 overall in the season, 5-3 in Pacific Empire League action. And the Rogues found ways to capitalize, but the Rogues could not get any runs across, but it was the pitching that was the storyline yesterday. Yesterday's game took an hour and 58 minutes, the fastest game this season for the Medford Rogues. And it was a pitching duel between Chandler Day out of Tennessee for the Healdsburg Prune Packers and Herman Luna out of Stanislaus State. Back and forth they went, and it was the offense in the top half, hitting number 7, that cracked through for the Healdsburg Prune Packers with that solo home run from J.C. Osario-Agard. Another run came across in the 7th inning, and there was a leadoff single by Cannon Golden to get to lead off the top of the 8th inning. And then J.C. Osario-Agard went deep for the second time in the game last night, and it was a 4-0 lead for the Prune Packers. Rogues offense could not capitalize throughout the whole entire night. In the first 4 innings, they only had 2 base runners on. It was Larson Custer who had a 2-out double in the first, and Chris Ortiz who drew a leadoff walk in the second. Rogues offense struggled to they were shut out yesterday, but Rogues look to get their offense moving again on this Sunday afternoon. It is a perfect Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. Overcast skies, a little bit of blue poking through on this Sunday afternoon. And if you joined us throughout the whole entire weekend, I've kind of talked about, it's kind of like a little bit like if you go to the Arcata ballpark for a game down the road in Northern California. It kind of has this environment. You don't see the fog, but a lot of high clouds. It's a little bit cool, and these two teams have been red hot so far in this weekend set. Final game of this weekend series, and it is the rubber game. It's going to be very interesting to see what the Rogues can do against the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Take a look at the opposition. Prune Packers 15-3 overall in the season, 5-3 in Pacific Empire, 5-2 rather in Pacific Empire League action. And it's been that type of, it has been that type of evening at 5-2 in Pacific Empire League action for the Prune Packers. Prune Packers capitalized, and they found ways to capitalize on the mistakes of the Rogues. And we've talked about this is a Healdsburg squad throughout the years. They find ways. If you make a mistake, they are able to capitalize on it. So the question is today, who makes the fewer mistakes in this rubber game of this 3-game set? Take a look at the Pacific Empire League standings and the out-of-town scoreboard. That is brought to you by our good friends at Kramer Cabinets. Atop the league, it is Humboldt. They are 6-2. Healdsburg not far behind. They are 5-2. They're in 2nd place. Lincoln is in 3rd place. They are 6-3. Medford is 5-3. The West Coast Kings 5-5. The Solana Mudcats 4-6. And the Marysville Giants are in the basement. They are 1-11. Couple of games going on. Another game going on in the Pacific Empire League. It is the Lincoln-Humboldt game. That is the final game of the 2-game set. And it was a big win last night for the Humboldt Crabs. The Crabs winning in a touchdown win, 14-7 against the Lincoln Potters. So the Crabs look for that sweep in the 2-game set. And that's the other game going on in the Pacific Empire League. Take a look at the starting pitchers before we throw it to break. Going for the Healdsburg Prune Packers, it is Jesse Gutierrez, and going for the Rogues, it's Hayden Van Acker, his first start in 2026. Last year had 2 starts. Hayden Van Acker last season had 10 games on the hill, 2 starts, 20 2/3 innings. ERA north of 10 at 10.45. It's Healdsburg and Medford. I'd like to welcome you once again to the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. I was able to sit down with Des Rouse for our Rogues Player Spotlight, and we usually hear from head coach Kevin Olmsted in our one-on-one conversation. We go to the visiting dugout. We go one-on-one with head coach Joey Gomes of the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Game 3 of 3, rubber game of this weekend series. Probably the most important weekend in the regular season. It's Medford, it's Healdsburg, and it's all coming up next. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue CN Medford Airport at roguegreenscn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Welcome back to the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. It's time to get ready. This is our Rogues Player Spotlight, and our guest today is the Washington native, Des Rouse. Des, how are you? Happy Sunday.
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, my friend. First year in the Rogue Valley. How have you liked it so far?
It's awesome, man. This atmosphere is nothing like I've ever played in before, and I feel like it's really preparing me for, playing at a high-level college, in the future.
And speaking of future, you just made the announcement a week ago that you are going to be playing at Lassen College in California. Why go to Lassen?
I graduated high school 2024, and I've dealt with nothing but injuries ever since, and I'm finally healthy. I don't have any college innings, so I'm trying to just go to junior college and, develop more as a player so I can make it as far as possible in my baseball career.
You grew up in Richland, Washington. Describe how baseball is like up in the northern part of the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, so in where I'm from, Richland, Washington, we're called the Tri-Cities, and baseball is actually very, very competitive around there. There's lots of guys that go D1 out of high school. My junior year, there was a guy that got drafted, or 2 guys that got drafted. My senior year, just lots of high-talent baseball where I'm from.
And you being a kid that grew up in Washington, I bet you were a big Seattle Mariners fan, right?
Actually, no, I'm a big Dodgers fan.
Why is that?
My first Little League team I ever played for was the Dodgers, and I just kind of ran with it ever since then, and, yeah.
So you have a favorite player that might be a pitcher for the Dodgers?
Clayton Kershaw. I'm a lefty pitcher. He's one of the greatest lefty pitchers to ever do it. Really looked up to him growing up and stuff, so, yeah, Kershaw.
I know that Kershaw is not playing anymore. Now he's a TV analyst. But do you take anything from what he did that you incorporate when you're on the hill?
Not necessarily. I mean, I just, he's had a lot of success in his career, and, that's something I strive for myself. So, I mean, there's not anything in particular he does that I try to copy because I want to be my own unique person. But, yeah, I definitely looked up to him.
This is your first year in the Rogue Valley, and this clubhouse has been a very fun clubhouse to be around this year. You're in that clubhouse.
And, we just have a blast no matter what, even obviously we've had a successful summer so far, but, even when we're losing, we don't we're still together as a team, and it's a beautiful thing we got going out here.
And there's been a lot of golfing, there's been a lot of fishing. Oh, yeah. What are we doing these days?
Yeah, so we actually get to go out and golf on this 9-hole course for free, so a lot of the players take advantage of that. I do myself, and it's a real good time, and there's great fishing out here, and I love bass fishing. So, yeah, on our days off, there's plenty of things to do down here. It's great. Is
there a certain spot that you guys have gone fishing? I know that Caleb Randolph has taken some of the guys out, Evan Roden. Who has been your guys' guide?
I haven't gone with anyone personally yet, but I heard Immigrant Lake is, kind of the spot around here. But, yeah.
So at the golfing, we golf at Laurel Hill for free, just north in Gold Hill. And that's a tricky course, especially for beginners. But is there a certain hole or tee box you like when you're playing there?
Yeah, I like the 8th hole because, I'm a lefty golfer, and it's a nice par 4 where I can pull out the driver, and just hook one around the trees. So that's my favorite hole there.
When you're not using the driver, what club do you like to use the best?
I've been swinging my 3-wood really well recently.
I know that this is your first year in the Rogue Valley. I know that you're going to be going to Lassen, but I know you want to get some innings. But for you personally, to close out the summer, I know that we're almost about hitting the month of July. Anything that you want to work on before you head to California?
Just getting my confidence back on the mound and, producing consistent results and stuff, because obviously this is my first live innings back since injury in 2 years. So I'm just trying to get back on the mound, get comfortable, get my confidence back, and, take that into college.
All right, Des, it's before the game. You're going to go to the gas station. What are you getting?
Hawaiian Punch C4 every day, no matter what.
Why that flavor?
It's just, I've tried all of the C4 flavors. That one hurts my stomach the least, and it just, it's real tasty,
Well, that's good to hear. You want to give a shout to anybody?
Shout out Rick. Shout out Evan Roden. Shout out Forrest Zelmer. Shout out Preston. Shout out Luna. Big shout out to Luna Herman. Shout out Coach Kev for having me out here, and shout out Coach Berger for just being a great pitching coach.
That's well said, my friend. What about your mom? What about your family?
Yeah, my family, I had an interesting situation growing up, and I had people take me in that, just did a phenomenal job. My last couple of years of high school kind of raising me, and they really made a big difference in my life, and I could not be here without them.
That's well said, my friend Des. Thank you so much for hopping on the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Good luck out here today, and have a great rest of the summer.
Of course. Thank you, Brian.
That is our Rogues Player Spotlight, Des Rawls. When we come right back after this, we go one-on-one with the Healdsburg skipper, Joey Gomes. Game 3 of 3, rubber game of this weekend series between Healdsburg and Medford. Keep it here on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. We are getting closer to first pitch between Healdsburg and Medford, rubber game of this 3-game set. We usually go one-on-one with head coach Kevin Olmsted. We go to the first base dugout, and we talk with the Prune Packers skipper Joey Gomes. Coach, how are you? Happy Sunday.
Thank you. Happy Sunday.
Coach, it's been a very competitive series. A lot of great baseball between both squads.
That's subjective, right? I think... Well, talking about like our side of the ball, we've missed about 8 signs. We're not executing very well. But I hope today that we're able to kind of put it together and actually put a good brand of baseball out on the field today.
This is the first road trip for the Prune Packers this season. You wanted to see your guys gel. We talked about this a little bit on Friday off air, but it feels like your team has been able to find ways to get runs across, and J.C. Agard was the hero last night in Game 2.
This is our second trip.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to Marysville, beautiful stadium, as is Harry and David. They've done a wonderful job, the city, of revamping. The bullpens are top-notch. The cages look great. The field is amazing, as always. Gel. Yeah, gel's kind of a funny word in the summer. We've already gone through about 12 or 13 players that kind of come and go. So gel is kind of maybe more so for the fall and the spring. What we have in the summer is probably more of a synergy. Just like a professional understanding of this is the group for the time being, and to create a common goal for these guys, where that's work and win. That would be kind of more of the viewpoint from Healdsburg for your listeners. It's it's hard to create a camaraderie. Literally 3 pitchers that threw here are leaving. Right, and then on June 1st, their replacements are going to be, or July 1st, their replacements are coming in, right? That's just kind of the way it goes with summer baseball, right? I think the Cape. I was talking to one of the managers in the Cape, and he's already been through 20, right? But that's the game that we're in, and what's of value to a lot of these guys is the metrics, the data. A lot of these guys have agents and advisors, and when you communicate with them, it's like, hey, we really need the metrics of this guy and the data of this guy because we're going to move into this position. It's you know what it's like. It's very much. It's always been close to professional baseball, right? With the games played per week and the wooden bat, but I'd say more even now with the influx of advisors and agents. Right, kind of getting involved and players looking to make vertical moves in their career with the transfer portal. These are things that are just a part of the game now, and it's like adjust, adapt, and then figure out how to work inside of that system.
And you talked about a lot of players leaving and going. When does the recruiting process start for the Prune Packers?
12 months out of the year. It's for us, it's 12 months out of the year. And just to clarify, I wouldn't even use the term recruiting. We have relationships that are in place where, for instance, for 2027, a handful of schools have already earmarked who they want to come out. And we've already kind of loosely discussed, innings limits, at bats, position changes, work and win. But, another big 12 months out of the year is the short answer of it. Along with that is the relationships, et cetera. But what that carries into is probably a league question. And the answer is going to be a lot of why the relationships, at least the Prune Packers have with acquiring players, is the league. In the league itself, where, when we go on the road, if you've noticed, it's sort of like the fans, they're like not hostile at all, but just sort of the chirping, the heckling. But that is a positive in terms of some of these SEC, ACCIs, because when they go on the road in their spring, it is actually real hot. You go to LSU on a Friday night, it's anything but comfortable for the visiting team. But in the PEL, with at least a handful of our members, Medford being at the top of it, with Humboldt and Lincoln and ourselves, the fan bases are so passionate and so enriched into the team. It's kind of become a microcosm of the ACC and of the SEC, and that was big. It was like last night when Chandler Day was getting heckled, and like he was able to step up and kind of internalize some of that and motivate it, and that hopefully helps him grow when he goes back to Tennessee and is maybe pitching in a big game on the road. There's a little bit of that, so it's I'm phrasing that as much of a positive as I can. Yeah.
Coach, one more thing before I let you go. Why be a Healdsburg Prune Packer?
It's hot. You're going to play every day. I'm going to work you really, really hard. I would probably advise a lot of guys, if you don't like baseball, you probably shouldn't come to Healdsburg. But when we go on the road, we play at some really amazing venues, and Harry and David Field in Medford is right there at the top of it. So I would probably say, if you come to Healdsburg, be ready to go. And then when we go on the road, you're going to play at some really cool venues.
Coach, always a pleasure. Good luck out there, and safe travels back home.
Absolutely. Yeah, thanks, guys. Thank you, Rogues.
That is head coach Joey Gomes joining us for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. When we come right back after this, lineups and first pitch. Rubber game of this 3-game set between Healdsburg and Medford. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues baseball. Rogue CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue CN Medford Airport at roguecn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our Hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Happy Sunday Fun Day from the ballpark at Harry and David Field. Just a Chamber of Commerce afternoon in the Rogue Valley. Rubber game of this 3-game weekend series between the Healdsburg Prune Packers and the Medford Rogues. Hi everybody, my name is Brian Welch, once again for the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. And we're about ready for first pitch. That's right around the corner. It is the home plate meeting currently going on between head coach Joey Combs and head coach Kevin Olmstead. It is the rubber game of this 3-game series of this weekend set between the Prune Packers and the Rogues. If you're just now tuning in for the first game of the weekend, let's catch you up on how the weekend has gone so far. Medford took game 1 on Friday on a walk-off from Larson Custer, driving in Diego Grabio from second base. A 7-6 walk-off to kick the weekend off right. The Rogues and the Prune Packers were trading punches back and forth, talking with one of the assistant coaches for the Prune Packers a little bit ago. He was talking about, it was a great game Friday night. It was a great game yesterday. And we talked about a little bit in the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show about how yesterday's game was a definite pitching showdown between Herman Luna, the starter from Stanislaus State, Chandler Day from the University of Tennessee, and a guy that they were back and forth. We talked about a little bit ago. You think about, and we didn't bring in this one up, Luna at one point had 8 straight retirements, and Day had 9 straight retirements in one point with their outings on the hill. It was a great night at the ballpark, an hour and 58 minutes. That's all it took in yesterday's affair, and everyone was talking about it a little bit ago. It was crazy. It was still sunny when we all left the ballpark last night at Harry and David Field, but it is a new day, and it is a beautiful Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. A little bit windy, a little bit chillier than usual on this Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. Rogues in their black uniforms, white pants, getting introduced to the crowd on this Sunday afternoon. Good crowd filing in on this Sunday afternoon. Healdsburg and Medford going to collide. Healdsburg is going to be driving home after this game, so it is going to be interesting to see what the Rogues and the Prune Packers can do. And we brought this up in the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. The team that makes the fewest mistakes will get the win today. And this is a definitely probably the most important crucial series of this regular season. If the Rogues take 2 out of 3 and take the rubber game, it might send shockwaves. But if Healdsburg takes the series tonight, they are going to be 6-2 heading into next week. So a lot of things on the line today. Healdsburg and Medford, final game of this 3-game set. I know we have a lot of people listening from around the globe. I know our good friends Jack and Lisa from Sonoma County are tuning in. They were emailing me yesterday, conversing back and forth on the internet. Thank you for all the information, Jack. And it's going to be interesting to see what the Rogues can do today against the Healdsburg Prune Packers. You think about it, the Rogues only had 3 bad plays, and that was the difference. You can't make mistakes against this Prune Packer squad, and the Rogues will try not to make mistakes, but got to find a way to learn from those mistakes from yesterday. Let's send it down to the public address announcer, Greg Roberts, for the handling of the national anthem.
Please stand, remove your caps, and join us for the national anthem presented by Rockwell Real Estate. Performing today's anthem is the Rogue Voices.
It is a Chamber of Commerce Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. Final game of this 3-game set. It's the rubber game between Healdsburg and Medford. We're just about ready for first pitch, but before we give you the starting lineups, let's get you the 2 most important famous words in baseball.
Play ball!
Now we're ready to go on this Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. Let's give you that starting lineup for the Healdsburg Prune Packers, led by head coach Joey Gomes. The Prune Packers 15-3 overall in the season, 5-2 in Pacific Empire League play. Batting lead off is the DH man Dane Morrow. The 2 spot is the center fielder Kenning Golden. The 3-hole hitter is the shortstop Matthew Mansberry. He's been in the 9 spot so far in the previous 2 games in the series. Third baseman is J.C. Asario Agard. He's the cleanup hitter today. Batting in the 5 spot is the second baseman Cade Campbell. Trivian Martinez handles the catching duties today. He's the 6th hitter. In the 7th spot is the first baseman Matthew Ossenfort. Will Van Wee is in left field today. He is the 8 spot hitter. And the right fielder Brendan Lewis, who was in right field yesterday, gets the nod in the 9 hole. So it's Morrow, Golden, Mansberry, Asario Agard, Campbell, Martinez, Ossenfort, Van Wee, and Lewis. Healdsburg led by head coach Joey Gomes. Great conversation with Coach Gomes. Always great to pick his brain on the game of baseball and also summer collegiate baseball from the different perspective in the Pacific Empire League. And the Prune Packers see the southpaw Hayden Van Acker, 2 starts last year in 2026. Gets his first start of the season. 1 game so far. ERA of 9. No wins, no losses, and no saves. 1 wild pitch so far this season. He's issued 2 walks, no strikeouts, 4 runs, 2 hits, and he gets to face a very hungry Healdsburg squad. To give you the dimensions of the ballpark, and Harry and David Field, it is 325 down the line in left and right field, 400 straightaway center, 407 in the gaps in left and right center. Just about ready for liftoff on this Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. Glacier blue skies overhead, cotton candy clouds poking through and dotting the landscape on this Sunday afternoon. Current temperatures in the Rogue Valley, we'll give you that right now. 67 degrees, 6-7-4 on this Sunday afternoon. And we're about ready for liftoff. Hayden Van Acker takes on Dana Morrow to begin this Sunday afternoon. First pitch from the southpaw, who sets up on that third base side of the rubber, fires the first pitch, and dots on the outside corner for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. We get underway at 1:09 p.m. in the Rogue Valley. Dana Morrow at the dish for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Waits for that strike 1 pitch from Hayden Van Acker. Misses up and it almost takes his head off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Morrow this season a .295 hitter in the summer. 3 extra base hits, 3 triples so far in a Healdsburg Prune Packers uniform. Ball and a strike. Slider misses outside at 2 balls, 1 strike. Calling the balls and strikes tonight is Greg Jaquette. At first base is Andrew Humboldt, and Chris Bevan is at third base. 2 balls and a strike to the lefty, Dana Morrow, the table setter for the Healdsburg Prune Packers, just getting underway on this Sunday afternoon. Fouls off the breaking ball, and the count goes square. Hayden last year had 2 starts in 2025, 10 appearances in the 2025 campaign. Infield starting to shade to the left starting to shade to the right rather. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch upcoming. 2-2 escapes away from the catcher Anthony Thomas Jr. and the count fills. Hayden sets up on that third base side of the rubber. Kean Sanchez playing way off the bag at third. Daniel Berman playing into right center close to the lip. He's the second baseman today. Payoff pitch upcoming and the delivery. Fouls off the slider. We'll do it again. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Dana Morrow, the junior out of Michigan, the Louisville, Kentucky native. Went to Trinity High School. .235 hitter in the spring for the Maize and Blue. Digs back in, faces the 3-2 pitch from Hayden Van Acker. Payoff pitch. Slider hits it in the air, left field. Jonathan Walsh drifts to his right, makes the 1-hand grab for out number 1. Dana Morrow flies out for the first out of the inning. Bases empty, 1 out. Here's the center fielder, Cannon Golden, for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Let's give you that defense is backing up the starter, Hayden Van Acker. Around the horn from third to first for the Rogues, it's Sanchez, Neugebauer, Berman, and Ortiz. In the outfield from left to right for Medford, Jonathan Walsh is in left, Saito, and Shabasteri. Anthony Thomas Jr. is behind the dish catching. Bases empty, 1 out. Here's Cannon Golden out of Ole Miss. First offering from the lefty into Van Acker. First pitch off speed, misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Cannon Golden was in the game last night in the late going. His at-bat changed how the game went. Got aboard of a huge single to change how that game went for the Prune Packers. 1-0 pitch, dots the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Golden, the Buford, Georgia native. 1-1, hits it in the air. Left field, tracking it down is Jonathan Walsh. That drops in front of him. Cannon Golden aboard with a 1-out single. 1 on, 1 out. We are on the top of 1. Scoreless between Healdsburg and Medford. Here's the 3-hitter for the Prune Packers. Matthew Mansberry at short today. A little bit of adversity Hayden Van Acker faces. Van Acker sets up on that third base side of the rubber. The southpaw facing the righty Mansberry for the first time this afternoon. Just underway on a beautiful Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. First pitch misses up and out. 1 ball, no strikes. We talked about in the lineup, Mansberry has been in the 9 spot. Joey Gomes and company moving him up into the 3-hole. Ball and no strikes. Slider misses down and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Mansberry did have a couple of singles in yesterday's affair. RBI single in that 4th inning in that 10-round fist fight that opened up the weekend. 2-0, hits it in the air, right field, tracking it down is Max Shabasteri, and it lands in the Prune Packers bullpen. 2 balls, 1 strike. Prune Packers in the maroon jerseys, gray pants. Rogues in their home blacks with the green trim, with the white pants for this Sunday afternoon affair in the Rogue Valley. Sun in the clouds playing peekaboo on this Sunday afternoon. 2 balls and a strike. Runner goes. Fastball upstairs. A throw to second base. And the tag is not in time. And it's a stolen base for Cannon Golden. Eliminates the opportunity to turn 2. And Healdsburg's cooking something up in the road first. So 3 balls and a strike. Now to Matthew Mansberry. J.C. Osorio-Agard waits on deck. The most lethal hitter in this Prune Packers batting order so far this weekend. Watching on. And now steps out of the batter's box is Mansberry. Hayden gets back on the rubber. Infield starting to shade to the left for the Rogues. Jay Neugebauer close to the lip in left center. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. 3-1, called for a strike on the inside corner, says the home plate umpire Greg Jaquette, and the count fills. Van Acker trying to get his first strikeout in this outing. Payoff pitch. 3-2, knuckled in the air down the first base side. Goes out of play. We'll do it again. It has been a weirder weekend weather-wise in the Rogue Valley. A lot cooler than it's been at this time of year last year. Payoff pitch again from Hayden Van Acker with a runner at second base. 3-2, slider misses inside ball 4. Matthew Mansberry takes first, so a 1-out walk issued by Hayden Van Acker. First walk issued by Hayden this afternoon. 2 on, 1 out. We are in the road to first. Scoreless between Healdsburg and Medford. Here's the cleanup hitter, J.C. Osorio-Agard. J.C., 2-run homer night. Two home runs in yesterday's affair, I should say. J.C. previously at San Jose State, going to be playing on the island, going to be playing for the Rainbow Warriors of Hawaii. First offering. Swing and a miss on the slider, strike 1. Rogues infield definitely thinking of turning 2. Jay Neugebauer, the shortstop, playing in shallow on that lip in left center. Rogues having the shift on against the righty J.C. Osorio-Agard. Runners at first and second. Cannon Golden at second base. Matthew Mansberry at first. Strike 1 pitch. Breaking ball. Clips the top third, says the home plate umpire Greg Jaquette. And Hayden's in charge. No balls and 2 strikes. Hayden glances at second base and fires the 0-2. Fastball outside. Good play by Anthony Thomas Jr. to range to his right to make the play. If that ball escaped to the backstop, extra bases puts runners at second and third, but keeps the runners at bay at first and second. Hayden still ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Takes a deep breath and fires the pitch. Hits that towering shot left field, and that lands in the bullpen. Everybody breathes a sigh of relief, and J.C. Osorio-Agard has done a pretty good job of peppering pitches this weekend and getting into a couple of good barrels. Climb back in the box, still behind, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Golden at second, Mansberry at first. Hayden Van Acker still set up on that third base side of the rubber. One and 2 from Hayden. Chopper, come back to Hayden. The throw to third base, sails over the head of the third baseman, Kian Sanchez. 1 run is easily in. The ball was overthrown by Hayden Van Acker, so an error. So Cannon Golden scores, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Prune Packers. A routine throw to third base goes awry. So the E1 on Osorio-Agard puts runners at the corners. 1 out. We are on the top of 1-0 lead for the Prune Packers. And now Healdsburg smelling blood in the water already. Here's the 5-hitter for the Prune Packers, Cade Campbell, second baseman today for Healdsburg. Runners at second and third. Mansberry at third base. Agard at second base. First pitch hits down in the air, left field on the run is Jonathan Walsh, left fielder on the run at near the track, makes the grab, tagging from third and scoring is Matthew Mansberry. A sac fly from Cade Campbell makes it a 2-0 lead for Healdsburg, and the Prune Packers playing well in the game of baseball. So it's a 2-0 lead for the Prune Packers. Here's the catcher, Trivian Martinez for Healdsburg. Healdsburg 2, Medford coming up in the home half of the first. Rogues have had their moment so far in this inning. Hayden Van Acker trying to weather the storm. First offering from Hayden Van Acker. First pitch, fastball misses outside, 1-1, no strikes. Trivian Martinez out of Union City, California, went to James Logan High School, former Colt. Martinez, a .286 hitter so far in the summer for Healdsburg. 1-1, no strikes, and the pitch. 1-0, slider, dots the inside corner. 1-1, 1 strike. Just J.C. Asario Agard at second base. Big lead for him, infield playing to the left. 1-1, misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Trivian Martinez was in game 1. Big RBI single in that 8th inning to tie the game up at 6. A swing of the bat tied the game up on that Friday night. 2 balls, 1 strike in the pitch. 2-1, towering shot left field, going back is Walsh. Walsh near the track, calling everybody off, makes the one-hand grab for out number 3, and the side is retired. 2 runs come across for the Prune Packers on 1 hit, 1 error committed by the Rogues, and 1 left. J.C. Asario Agard left on at second base. We head to the home first right after this. Healdsburg 2, Medford coming up on a beautiful Sunday afternoon at the ballpark. Keep it here on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our Hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Healdsburg 2, Medford coming up for the first time on this Sunday afternoon. Brian Woods back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network to give you that starting lineup for the Rogues, led by head coach Kevin Olmstead. Rogues 16-6 overall in the season, 5-3 in Pacific Empire League action. That lead off is left fielder Jonathan Walsh. In the 2 spot at second base is Daniel Berman. The DH man is Larson Custer. He's the 3-hitter playing in his final game in a Medford Rogues uniform this summer. Cleanup man is Kean Sanchez. He's the 3rd baseman. Chris Ortiz is at first base this afternoon. He's in the 5 spot. Evan Seidel's patrolling center field. He is in the 6 hole. Jaden Neugebauer is the shortstop. He's the 7-hitter. Anthony Thomas Jr. is doing the catching today. He is batting 8th, and Max Shabasteri is patrolling right field. He is in the 9 hole. So it's Jonathan Walsh, Daniel Berman, Larson Custer, Kean Sanchez, Chris Ortiz, Evan Seidel, Jaden Neugebauer, Anthony Thomas Jr., and Max Shabasteri to face the starter, Jesse Gutierrez from North Carolina State. NC State, the lefty, gets ready to go to work against Jonathan Walsh on this beautiful Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. First pitch, fastball finds the outside corner, strike 1. Gutierrez works of a fastball and a slider. Might see a breaking ball as well. Had no balls and a strike. 0-1 misses inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Gutierrez, ground ball to the right side. A big play by Campbell at second to throw to first, and the throw is a collision at first base between Ossenfort and Jonathan Walsh. And now the tag applied, so actually Andrew Humboldt says he's safe. Head coach Kevin Olmsted making sure Jonathan Walsh is okay. So he's safe. So Jonathan Walsh reaches aboard. Leadoff single to begin the home first. It was a collision between Ossenfort and Jonathan Walsh. But the Rogues had the leadoff man on, one on, nobody out. We are in the home first, 2-0 lead for the Prune Packers. Here's Daniel Berman. Rogues right now offensively trying to capitalize and get a run across. Rogues have not scored since Friday night. First pitch from Jesse Gutierrez. First pitch, fastball, finds top third, strike one. Gutierrez this season, ERA 1.50, 2 wins, no losses, 2 appearances, no starts, has pitched in 6 innings so far in 2026. Strike one pitch, dots the inside corner, quickly in the hole, no balls, and 2 strikes is Daniel Berman. Berman this season a .359 hitter, 1 extra base hit, 8 runs batted in so far in 2026. In the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch, fouls it off. Keeps the at-bat alive to that right side. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Just a pitcher-perfect Sunday afternoon. Clouds are overhead. They're puffy. Daniel in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes, and the pitch. 0-2, ground ball to left side, goes to his right as Mansberry, the shortstop, throws over to second and forces out Jonathan Walsh at second base. 6-4 on the force out. Daniel Berman reaches on the fielder's choice. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the home first. Here's the DH man, Larson Custer, playing in his final game in a Medford Rogues uniform this summer. Let's give you the defense quickly for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Around the horn from third to first is Asario Agard, Mansberry, Campbell, and Ossenfort. In the outfield from left to right for the Prune Packers, it's Van Wee, Golden, and Lewis. And Martinez is catching for Healdsburg. First offering from the southpaw. First pitch swinging, hits down in the air, left center field. On the run is the center fielder, Golden. That's going to drop down for a hit right by Barney's Burgers. Rounding second, going to third base is Daniel Berman. Larson Custer gets aboard with a 1-out double. Puts runners at second and third. And Larson Custer extends his hitting streak to 15 this summer. Rogues with runners at second and third, and they have the go-ahead run coming up to the dish. Healdsburg feeling a little bit of adversity already. Runners at second and third. We are in the home first. Healdsburg 2, Medford nothing. Larson Custer getting a hold of the first pitch he sees. Great conversation with Larson talking about what he's going to do after this with the summer. First pitch for Kean Sanchez, fouls it off to the screen at strike one. Daniel Berman reached on a fielder's choice. He's at third base. Larson Custer doubled. So Rogues trying to capitalize and trying to get a run across. Strike one pitch, gets away from the catcher Martinez. Scoring from third is Daniel Berman. He scores staying up and off a pass ball. Rogues only trail by 1, 2-1 Healdsburg. So 1 ball and a strike now. Larson Custer motors to third base. Rogues right now offensively going to try to tie this game up. Ball and a strike upcoming. Sanchez fouls it off right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kean Sanchez this season, a .392 hitter. 3 doubles so far, 2 runs batted in. Larson Custer at third base, only 90 feet away from scoring. He is the tying run in this rubber game affair. 1-2, ground ball to left side, gobbled up by Mansberry, the shortstop, to throw to first base in time. 6-3 on the RBI ground out. Larson Custer scores from third, and we are all tied up at 2. Good game brewing in the Rogue Valley. Healdsburg 2, Medford 2. Bases empty, 2 outs. We are on the home first. All tied up at 2. Big inning right now. And here's Chris Ortiz playing at first base today. Ortiz digs in for his first trip of the evening, catching the last 2 games in this series. Gets to play a little bit at first base today. First one, fastball elevated, 1 ball, no strikes. Infield is playing deep around the horn for the Prune Packers. Outfield playing deep and straight away for Healdsburg. Gold in the center fielder, a couple of steps into left center. 1-0, line drive, caught by the second baseman Campbell with the leaping grab. And Chris Ortiz lines out the close of book on the inning. 2 runs come across on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. All tied up at 2 after 1. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Healdsburg 2, Medford 2. Rode second from Harry and David Field. Rubber game of this 3-game set on a pitcher-perfect Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. My name is Brian Welch of the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. Hayden Van Acker begins his second inning on the bump, facing the bottom third of the order, facing Healdsburg, facing Matthew Ossenfort, followed by Will Van Wee and Brendan Lewis. First offering home from the southpaw, Hayden Van Acker. First pitch, slider fouled off to the screen. No balls, 1 strike. Matthew Ossenfort playing at first base this afternoon. Ossenfort was in the lineup yesterday, went 0 for 4 at the dish. Ossenfort came in late during Friday night's affair. No balls and a strike upcoming. And the strike 1 pitch misses outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ossenfort, the junior from Michigan, the Sioux Falls, South Dakota native. The spring for the Maize and Blue, averaged .258 the dish. Appeared in 56 games. A ball and a strike. 1-1, towering shot, hooking foul, right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Van Acker sets up on that third base side of the rubber, ahead 1 ball and 2 strikes. Infield shading to the right, and the pitch. 1-2, misses up and in, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And what I mean by the infield shading to the right, Jan Neugebauer, Daniel Berman, Chris Ortiz, all playing on the right side of the infield. The lone infielder on the left is Kian Sanchez, the third baseman. 2-2 home. Fouls it off, right side on the right foot for Ossenfort. We'll do it again, still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outfield playing deep and starting to shade to the right. Evan Sido, the center fielder today, playing way into right center. So the Rogues trying to use analytics to their advantage. They're trying to get that first out of the inning. Van Acker sets, works on that third base side of the rubber, and deals a 2-2. Fouls off the slider as Ossenfort will do it again. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 2-2, fouls it off, left side. We'll do it once more. So a good battle brewing between Hayden Van Acker and Matthew Ossenfort. to lead off the second inning. And Hayden Van Acker gets his first start of 2026. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. 2-2. Popped up in the air, right side of the infield. Shallow right center, calling everybody off is the shortstop, Jay Nugebauer, makes the grab with the shades on. And Matthew Ossenfort pops out for the first out of the inning. Bases empty, 1 out. We are on the road second. Healdsburg 2, Medford 2. Here's left fielder Will Van Wee for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. And Hayden Van Acker's afternoon is complete. We have a new pitcher. Tell you who he is when we come right back after this. All pitching changes this season and today brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. All tied up at 2 between Healdsburg and Medford. Bases empty, 1 out. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Bases empty, 1 out. Top half, inning number 2. Pitching change for the Rogues. First time they go to the bullpen today. And the Rogues send in Lorenzo Lew, the young man from Stockton, California. And once again, this pitching change is brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Hayden Van Acker today goes in a third. 1 hit, 2 runs, 1 error, 1 walk, and no strikeouts. And Lorenzo Lew, this season, ERA at 2.89, 2 wins, no losses, no saves, 10 strikeouts, 3 walks, 9 1/3 innings pitched, and has 6 appearances so far in 2026. So the first batter he sees is Will Van Wee. Bases empty, 1 out. We are on the road second. Healdsburg and Medford plating runs in the first inning. First pitch, fouled off behind the dish. Strike 1. Will Van Wee playing in his first game as a starter in this series. Will Van Wee, the sophomore out of Houston, waits for the strike 1 pitch. Fastball right down the boulevard, no balls and 2 strikes. And Lorenzo Lew has that dog in him, as pitching coach Nick Berger always talks about, likes how he competes on the hill. 0-2. Fastball misses low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lorenzo is going to work from that first base side of the rubber. Infield playing deep for the Rogues. Outfield playing deep and straight away. Evan Saito, the center fielder, playing a couple of steps in it to left center. Swing and a miss. Picking it up is Anthony Thomas Jr. The throw to first base in time for out number 1. First strikeout of the afternoon for the Rogues pitching staff. And it goes to Lorenzo Lew. 2 up and 2 down in the road second. Healdsburg 2, Medford 2. Here's the 9-hitter for the Prune Packers, Brendan Lewis. Lewis was in the lineup yesterday for the Prune Packers. Brendan out of ASU steps in for his first trip of the afternoon. Lewis sets up on that first base side of the rubber. First pitch, breaking ball, misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Lewis this season, a .289 hitter, hits that foul down the right field line. Goes out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Might have saw that on our social media page. His childhood friend is in that opposing dugout, Matty Ibrahim Jr. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1. Roller foul, third to base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There was a photo of them last night after the game with the smile. You think about baseball, bringing people together. And baseball is a small community. Everybody knows everybody. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lorenzo Lew works on that first base side of the rubber, and the 1-2. Breaking ball misses inside, and the count goes square. Lewis also friends with former Rogue and played high school ball with current Washington State Cougar Trevor Smith. 2-2 home from Lorenzo. Broken bat, left side, and it goes foul. So Brendan Lewis is going to have to get a new bat. Almost hit the skipper of the Prune Packers, Joey Gomes. And Preston Daniels will get a souvenir from Joey Gomes. Picks up the broken bat, will do it again, still 2 balls and 2 strikes. That bat was like a projectile heading towards Joey Gomes, and Joey Gomes not flinching one bit. He's coaching third base today for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Brendan Lewis gets the new bat, gets a swing in, climbs back into the batter's box. That will be a joke between him and Matty Ibrahim after the game is over and for the rest of their lives. 2 balls and 2 strikes upcoming, and the pitch. 2-2 misses low, and the count fills. Dane Morrow waits on deck, the top of the order guy for the Prune Packers. You don't want to face the top third of this order if you're the Rogues pitching staff. Lew's payoff. Fastball, called strike 3, right down the pipe. Back-to-back Ks for Lorenzo Lew, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Prune Packers go in order 1, 2, 3. We head to the home second right after this. Due up for the Rogues, Evan Saito, Jaden Neugebauer, and Anthony Thomas Jr. Healdsburg 2, Medford 2 on a beautiful Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Home half of inning number 2 from Harry and David Field, all tied up at 2 between the Healdsburg Prune Packers and the Medford Rogues. Ryan Witch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Evan Saito leads off the inning, followed by Jaden Neugebauer and Anthony Thomas Jr. Evan Saito, the Rogue center fielder today. First pitch from the starter, Jesse Gutierrez, misses upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss on the slider. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rogues plating 2 runs in the home first. 1 on the pass ball and on the RBI ground out. 1-1, misses low again. 2 balls, 1 strike. Evan Saito at the dish. This season a .373 hitter. 1 extra base hit, 10 runs batted in so far in 2026. 2-1. Ground ball off the end of the bat, slow roller towards short, picked up by Mansberry. The shortstop to throw to first in time for out number 1. 6-3 on the ground out, bases empty, 1 out. We are in the home second, all tied up at 2 between Healdsburg and Medford. Here's the Rogue shortstop, Jaden Neugebauer, for his first trip of the afternoon. This is going to be a very interesting inning for the Rogues. Rogues have not scored since Friday night. They were held scoreless last night, falling 4-0 to the Prune Packers. Jesse Gutierrez works on that third base side of the rubber. The southpaw's first pitch to Jaden Neugebauer. Slider misses outside, a 1 ball, no strikes. Jaden, the Chico native, this season a .310 hitter. One extra base hit, one triple. Fouls off the 1-0 to the left side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Forgot to give you the flag report during the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Last couple of nights, it's been blowing into right field. Ball and a strike. Slider again finds the outside third. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But this afternoon, the Stars and Stripes are blowing straight into the ballpark. 1-2 from Jesse Gutierrez. 1-2 leans to a ground ball, foul to the third base side. We'll do it again. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Jay Neugebauer trying to get aboard. Infield is playing deep for the Prune Packers. Outfield playing deep and straight away for Healdsburg. 1-2, flares it to left center field, drops down for a hit in front of the left fielder Van Wee. And Jay Neugebauer is on with a 1-out single.
Pitcher from Grossmont College, number 34, Anthony Thomas Jr.
1 on, 1 out. We are in the bottom of 2, all tied up at 2 between Healdsburg and Medford. Here's the catcher, Anthony Thomas Jr. Settles in for his first trip of the afternoon. The final game of this 3-game set. This is the rubber game of this weekend series. Jesse Gutierrez works on that third base side. The rubber glances at first, and the first pitch. Fastball misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. First time Anthony has caught in this series. Anthony Thomas Jr., a .258 hitter so far. 1 extra base hit, 2 triples. 1-0, misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Anthony Thomas Jr. has gone deep 3 times so far, but 2 of those home runs have come on Sunday afternoons. 2-0 pitch. Fastball misses, finds the outside corner rather. 2 balls, 1 strike. Anthony does have 12 runs batted in so far in this 2026 summer season. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the offering. 2-1 off the end of the bat to the third base side, picked up by Asario Agard. They'll throw to first base in time for out number 2. 5-3 on the ground out for the second out of the inning. Jay Neugebauer advances to second base. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the home second, all tied up at 2 between the Healdsburg Prune Packers and the Medford Rogues. Here's the 9-hitter for the Rogues, playing in right field this afternoon rather. Max Shabasteri settles in for his first trip of the afternoon. You think about what the Rogues have done, 2 runs in that first inning. Answered back. First pitch, fastball finds the inside corner, strike 1. Max Shabasteri this season, a .160 hitter. 6 runs batted in so far in 2026. Strike 1 pitch, breaking ball, finds the inside corner, quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Max out of San Diego, California. Former Patriot of Patrick Henry High School, previously at Sonoma State. Playing baseball now at Missouri Baptist. 0-2, chopper up the middle over the head of the pitcher. Gutierrez picks it up as a shortstop. Mansbury, the throw to first, and the throw's in time for out number 3. 6-3 on the ground out for the third and final out of the inning. And the inning comes to a close. No runs, a hit, no errors. 1 left on for the Rogues. Jay Neugebauer left on at second base. We have played 2 in the Rogue Valley, all tied up at 2 between Healdsburg and Medford. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our Hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
2 ball game between Healdsburg and Medford, rubber game of this 3-game set in the Rogue Valley. Brian Witch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. It's top of the order due up for the Prune Packers. Dane Morrow leads off the inning, followed by Cannon Golden and Matthew Mansberry. And Lorenzo Lew begins his first full inning on the hill. First offering from the righty. Sweeper finds the outside corner. Strike 1. Dane Morrow so far this afternoon 0 for 1. Lefty taken on the righty. Lorenzo Lew sets up on that first base side. And the strike 1 pitch. Ground ball to the right side, gobbled up by Chris Ortiz. Takes on the hop. Speeds to the square in time for out number 1. 3 unassisted for the first out of the inning. Bases empty, 1 out. We are in the top of 3. Healdsburg 2, Medford 2. Here's a 2-hitter for the Prune Packers. Cannon Golden 1 for 1 so far this afternoon. Wind is starting to pick up just a tiny bit on this Sunday afternoon. Blue skies trying to poke through the clouds. A little bit weird this weekend. First pitch fouled off left side. Screams out of play. Strike 1. What I mean by weird, it's usually this time of year in the triple digits. Temperatures this week been in the 70s. Been comfortable. No one's complaining about the temperatures. No balls and a strike. Fastball hits it in the air, left center field. That drops down for a hit. Takes it on a hop is Jonathan Walsh, left fielder. Cannon Golden 2 for 2 today. Gets aboard of a 1-out single.
Now batting the shortstop, number 11, Matthew Mansberry.
1 on, 1 out. We are in the road to third. Here's a 3-hitter for the Prune Packers, Matthew Mansberry. Gone on base in his first AB back in the first. Middle infield for the Rogues, definitely thinking of turning 2. Jay Neugebauer and Daniel Berman in the middle infield. First pitch, breaking ball, hits that in the air. Right field charging in is Max Shabasteri on the run. Makes the one-hand grab for out number 2. Mansberry flies out to right field for the second out of the inning. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the top of 3. 2-2 game between Healdsburg and Medford. Here's a cleanup hitter for the Prune Packers, J.C. Osario-Agard. Guy who had 2 home runs in yesterday's game. Guy who's probably one of the lethal hitters in this Prune Packer batting order. And a guy you don't want to mess with if you are the pitching staff, but going to find a way to get that third and final out. First pitch, tomahawk foul, left side, strike 1. JC, one of the returners from last year from that championship squad for the Prune Packers. 316 hitter for Brand Sanfilippo down the road in the Silicon Valley at San Jose State. JC's going to be playing baseball on the island. Strike 1 pitch, misses up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. At the University of Hawaii, playing for Rich Hill, legendary baseball coach, previously at the University of San Diego, has transformed the Rainbow Warrior baseball program. Throw over to first base, gets back to the bag of a head-first slide is Golden. Still 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1, runner goes, misses downstairs and out. The throw to second base, and the tag is not in time. Cannon Golden swipes second base. So a stolen base for the Prune Packers puts them in business, only 180 feet away from scoring. So now 2 balls and a strike to J.C. Osario-Agard. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. 2-1, hits it in the air, left field charging in is Jonathan Walsh, makes the one-hand grab for out number 3, and the side is retired. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. Cannon Golden left on at second base. We head to the home half of inning number 3 right after this. Due up for the Rogues, top third of the order, Jonathan Walsh, Daniel Berman, and Larson Custer. Healdsburg 2, Medford 2. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Healdsburg 2, Medford 2, home half of inning number 3 from Harry and David Field. Ryan Witch back with you on the Rogues Streaming Network. Top of the order, 2 up for the Rogues. Jonathan Walsh, followed by Daniel Berman and Larson Custer. Top third of the order facing Jesse Gutierrez for the second time this afternoon. First pitch to Jonathan Walsh, misses inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Now, Jonathan's brother Alex and the family dog Scout is listening as well in Dover, Tennessee on this Sunday afternoon. Ball and no strikes. Fastball clips the top third. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jonathan 1 for 1 so far this afternoon. A ball and a strike. 1-1. Fastball swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I know yesterday there was a watch party going on in Dover, Tennessee for Jonathan. Now his grandparents listening back in Illinois. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the delivery. 1-2, fastball misses up and out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jonathan climbs out of the batter's box, gets back in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Jonathan down on strikes. First strikeout victim for Jesse Gutierrez this afternoon. Bases empty, 1 out. We are in the home third, all tied up at 2 between Healdsburg and Medford. And this kind of feels like what we saw on Friday night. Rogues having the opportunities to get runners across, but it was just back and forth, 10-round fist fight on Friday night. First pitch to Daniel Berman, misses inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Yesterday the Rogues struggled to get runners across. At least they got 2 runs across in this game so far, but you gotta get runners across, make this interesting. 1-0 pitch, fastball finds the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Daniel Berman 0 for 1 so far this afternoon, reached on a fielder's choice, the 1-1. Breaking ball finds the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Berman went around and scored on that. 2 runs came across. 1-1, fastball misses, 1-2 rather, misses up and out. And the count goes square. Two and 2 home. Breaking ball misses low, and the count fills. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 3-2, hits it in the air, right center field. On the run is Lewis, the right fielder, loses the hat in the process. Whit keeps the shades on, and Daniel Berman flies out to right field for the second out of the inning. 2-2 down in the home half of the third. All tied up at 2 between Healdsburg and Medford. Here's the 3-hitter for the Rogues. Larson Custer 1 for 1 so far this afternoon. Rogues trying to get a base runner on. First offering home from Jesse Gutierrez. First pitch slider, misses down and out. 1 ball, no strikes. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. One other game going on in the Pacific Empire League. It is a 3-1 lead for Humboldt. Swing and a miss, strike 1 on the slider against the Lincoln Potters. Currently in Marysville, it's a 3-2 lead between the Giants and the West Coast Kings. 1-1 pitch, misses outside at 2 balls, 1 strike. So it's the Giants and the Kings colliding. Giants leading by 1. Talked about it a little bit in the standings part in the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Marysville 1-11. 2-1, chop to the right side, takes it on hop as the second baseman Campbell. The throw to first base in time for out number 3. And the inning comes to a close. 1, 2, 3 go the Rogues. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. We have played 3 in the Rogue Valley, all tied up at 2 between Healdsburg and Medford. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Cade Campbell leads off the 4th inning from Harry and David Field for the Healdsburg Prune Packers, all tied up at 2 between Healdsburg and Medford. First pitch swinging, hits down in the air, left field, going back as Walsh at the track, it's gone! Solo home run for Cade Campbell, and it's a 3-2 lead for the Prune Packers. And the Prune Packers break the ice on this 2-2 game. It's a 3-2 lead for Healdsburg.
The catcher, number 4, Tristan Martinez.
And Campbell gets his second home run of 2026. Healdsburg 3, Medford 2. Here's Tristan Martinez, the catcher today, 0 for 1 so far. First pitch misses downstairs and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Martinez 0 for 1 so far this afternoon. Flied out to the left fielder Walsh to close the book on the first inning. 1-0 pitch, and he's hit by the pitch, says the home plate umpire Greg Jaquette. And Tristan Martinez is aboard with a hit by pitch. And now head coach Kevin Olmstead points to the bullpen. And we have a new pitcher to who he is when we come right back after this. It's a 3-2 lead for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Runners of a runner at first base and nobody out. Close game brewing in the Rogue Valley. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Rogues call to the bullpen on this Sunday afternoon. The second arm out of the pen. It is Tristan Anisworth getting his warm-up tosses in right now. And this pitching change is brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Lorenzo Lew goes an inning and 2/3, 2 hits, 1 run, no errors, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Tristan Anisworth, the tall righty, getting his warm-up tosses in right now. Tristan's birthday is tomorrow, so the birthday boy going to get a couple of innings on the hill in relief. And Tristan this season for the Rogues in 2026. Tristan Anisworth, ERA of 7.45, 1 win, no losses, 15 strikeouts, 5 walks, 9 2/3 innings, 2 starts so far this season, but 5 appearances so far in 2026. It's a 3-2 lead for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Base runner on at first base. That's Tristan Martinez. He was hit by a pitch. He was the last batter Lorenzo Lew saw in relief. And it was a solo home run from Cade Campbell, his second home run of 2026. Tie it to go and take the lead away. 3-2 lead for the Prune Packers. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Rogues on this Sunday afternoon. Rogues right now trying to limit the damage against the defending champs in the Pacific Empire League. A lot of people listening to this broadcast. There's a couple of games going on as well in the league, but everyone's very intrigued about how this rubber game is going to go. And I know our good friend Jack and Lisa from Sonoma County are listening right now. Die-hard Prune Packer fans. The Prune Packers send the first baseman Matthew Ossenfort to the dish on this Sunday afternoon. Healdsburg 3, Medford 2. Beautiful Sunday afternoon at the ballpark. Sun is shining through the clouds. It's just a beautiful canvas, beautiful painting so far in the Rogue Valley. Wind is blowing into the ballpark on this Sunday afternoon. First pitch from Tristan Anisworth. Fastball finds the outside corner. Strike 1. Anisworth is going to set up on that first base side of the rubber. Anisworth facing Matthew Ossenfort. 0 for 1 so far this afternoon. Strike 1 pitch. Fastball misses up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ossenfort in the second popped down to the shortstop Jay Neugebauer to lead off the inning. That was the last batter of the starter, Hayden Van Acker saw. 1-1. Breaking ball. Finds top third at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first base, that is Tristan Martinez. He's there at first, medium size lead. First baseman Chris Ortiz holding the runner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sets and the pitch. 1-2, misses outside, and the count goes square. Ainsworth glances at first base. Tristan Martinez with a small lead. 2-2. Fastball misses outside, and the count fills. Greg Jaquette, the home plate umpire, getting a rain of boos and a lot of yells. Tristan Ainsworth trying to nibble at that outside corner. His battery mate Anthony Thomas Jr. trying to do his best at that. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch. 3-2, and on the hands, fouls it off first base side. We'll do it again. Three balls, 2 strikes. Ainsworth waits, throws it over to first, gets back to the bag of a head-first slide as Martinez. Payoff pitch still upcoming. Three-two. Fastball misses down and out. Ball 4. Ossenfort takes first. First walk issued by Tristan Ainsworth this afternoon. 2 on. Nobody out. We are on the road to 4th. 3-2 lead for the Prune Packers. Here is the left footer Will Van Wee for Healdsburg. Stars and Stripes blowing softly into left field. Final game of this 3-game set. Rubber game between the 2 programs. Tristan sets up on that first base side of the rubber. First pitch. Breaking ball misses up and in at 1 ball. No strikes. Will Van Wee 0 for 1 so far. Texas native had 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch from Tristan Anisworth. Glances at second base, and Martinez, ground ball, chopper foul. Third base side, 1 ball, 1 strike. 3 pitchers used so far this afternoon for the Rogues. Hayden Van Acker went an inning and a third. 1 hit, 2 runs, 1 error, 1 walk, no strikeouts. Lorenzo Lew, 1 2/3, 2 hits, a run, no errors, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Now Tristan Anisworth feeling adversity with runners at first and second. 1-1, turns away from it is Will Van Acker. Misses up and in, 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike. Glances at second base is Anisworth. Glances again, fires the 2-1. Breaking ball, misses outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Three and 1. Fastball popped up. Third base side goes out of play. And the count fills. Brendan Lewis waits on deck for the Prune Packers. Martinez at second base, Ossenfort at first base. Rogues infield starting to shade to the left. 3-2 from Tristan. Fastball, cold strike 3, right down the pipe. Crucial first out recorded for the Rogues. First strikeout victim for Tristan Anisworth this afternoon. 2 on, 1 out. We are on the road to 4th. 3-2 lead for the Prune Packers. Here's the 9-hitter Brendan Lewis, also 0 for 1 so far this afternoon. Mike got to put the quarter zip on during the commercial break. It's getting a little bit chilly up in the press box. Wind all of a sudden has just picked up a bit. I wonder if the general manager of the Rogues, Jeff Weiss, turned on the light switch to get the wind blowing a little bit stronger than usual. First pitch, ground ball to left side, takes it on a hop as a shortstop. Jay Neugebauer gets over to second for 1. Berman the first base, not in time. Force out of Ossenfort at second base. 6-4 on the force out. Brendan Lewis reaches on a fielder's choice. So 1 on, 2 outs. We are on the road to 4th. Here is the top of the order guy, Dane Morrow. 3-2 lead for the Prune Packers. Rubber game of this 3-game set. This is a big inning right now. Tristan Anisworth getting up a walk, struck out Van Acker, forced out Ossenfort 6-4 during the fielder's choice of Brendan Lewis. First offering. Fastball fouled off. Goes behind the plate. Strike 1. Dane Morrow today 0 for 2. Just something about a Sunday afternoon in the spring and the summer. Baseball's the best. No balls and a strike. Tristan Anisworth sets up on that first base side of the rubber. And deals strike 1 pitch. Breaking ball called for a strike on the outside corner. And quickly in the hole 0-2 is Dane Morrow. He flied out to Jonathan Walsh in left field in the first, grounded out to the first baseman Chris Ortiz in the third. No balls, 2 strikes. Anisworth waits, and the 0-2 runner goes. Fastball fouled off to the screen. We'll do it again. In an afternoon where you got to find ways to limit the offense of the Prune Packers. Prune Packers going ahead with a solo home run from Cade Campbell. Tristan Anisworth trying to shut the door on Healdsburg in this inning. No balls, 2 strikes. And the offering. 0-2. Hits it in the air down the left field line, and it trails out of play. We'll do it again. Lefty Dane Morrow gets back in the box. Runners at the corners. No balls, 2 strikes. A pitch, runner goes. Fastball fouled off. Left side will do it again. Martinez at third. Glenn Lewis at first base. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Runner goes again, fastball. Fouled off left side. Good battle brewing between Dana Morrow and Tristan Anisworth. Oh, and 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gets him on the changeup. Dana Morrow down on strikes. And the side is retired. Second strikeout for Tristan Anisworth this afternoon. 1 run comes across on 1 hit, no errors. But the Prune Packers leave a pair on. Martinez at third base, Lewis at first. We head to the home 4th right after this. Keane Sanchez, Chris Ortiz, Evan Saito due up. Healdsburg 3, Medford 2. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our Hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Home half of inning number 4 from Harry and David Field. Healdsburg 3, Medford 2. Final game of this 3-game set, the rubber game. And it's a close one on this Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. And it is a new pitcher on the hill for the Prune Packers. It is a righty again. His warm-up toss is in right now for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. This pitching change is brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Starter Jesse Gutierrez goes 3 innings on the hill, 3 hits, 2 runs, no errors. He recorded 1 strikeout and did not issue any walks. And they're taking over is Jaden Ferguson from Missouri, from St. Louis. 6'2", 195. The righty going to get his warm-up tosses in. And the first batter he faces is Keane Sanchez, followed by Chris Ortiz and Evan Saito. 4, 5, and 6 in the batting order for the Rogues. Keane Sanchez playing at third base for the Rogues this afternoon. Rogues offensively scored their lone 2 runs in that first inning. Definitely need to get a couple of more runs across. And how this game has gone in the last couple of days, we're not done offensively with the fireworks or defensively. First pitch fastball misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes, and the pitch. 1-0 leads to a ground ball left side, stabbed by Mansberry, the shortstop, the throw to first base. Throws in time for out number 1. 6-3 on the ground out for the first out of the inning. Base is empty, 1 out. Here's the 5-hitter for the Rogues. 4, 5, and 6. Chris Ortiz at first base this afternoon. 0 for 1 this afternoon. And Ferguson gets ready to take on Chris Ortiz for the first time this afternoon. First offering. Fastball misses down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Rogues leading 2 runs in the home half, leading number 1. One ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Fastball, swing to miss, strike 1. One. Chopper, left side, takes it as Ario Agard at third, the throw to first base, and the throw's in time for out number 2. 5-3 on the ground out, 2 up and 2 down in the inning. 3-2 lead for the Prune Packers in this rubber game of this 3-game set. Here's the center fielder, Evan Saito. 0 for 1 so far this afternoon for the Rogues. Healdsburg 3, Medford 2 on this Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. Very intriguing matchup between these two programs. Total of 5 meetings between the Prune Packers and the Rogues in 2026. Rogues will see the Prune Packers twice when they make their California swing in the middle of July. First pitch to Evan Saito. Breaking ball misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes. It has been 7 straight retirements by Healdsburg's pitchers against the Rogues batters. 1 ball, no strikes, and the offering home. 1-0, fastball, swinging to miss, strike 1. A lot of giddy up on that fastball from Jaden Ferguson, probably in the low 90s. A definite D1 arm. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gets the signal, works on that third base side of the rubber. 1-1 pitch, hits that in the air, sky high, right field, tracking it down is Lewis. Lewis gonna try and make the diving grab. Did he reel it in? No, he did not. The ball dropped down. Evan Saito goes to second base, and the Rogues get aboard of a double from Evan Saito. And the Healdsburg dugout does not argue the call. Lewis trying to track it down in right field, was a little bit surprised about where the ball was being carried by the wind, but the Rogues have a base runner on. 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the home half of the 4th inning. Here's Jay Neugebauer. Shortstop today for the Rogues. Base runner on at second base is Evan Saito. First pitch, good slider, swing and a miss, strike 1. He did go on it. Was Jaden 1 for 1 so far as Neugebauer. Singled in the second, got the second to base, but was left stranded. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch upcoming. Fastball misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all.
Anthony Thomas Jr. waits on deck for the Rogues. 1 ball, 1 strike. Saito dancing around at second base. Time taken. Jaden steps out of the batter's box. Gets a swing in. Climbs back in the batter's box. He and I, we've talked about it a lot during batting practice about being able to be feeling free when he swings. Ball and a strike. Fastball bounces away from the catcher Martinez. Going towards third is Evan Saito, and the Rogues are only 90 feet away from tying this one up. So a double from Evan Saito, a bouncing ball getting away from Martinez, and the Rogues.
Yo ho ho.
It's 2 balls and a strike now to Jay Neugebauer. Misses upstairs. 3 balls, 1 strike. Three balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. 3-1, misses downstairs, ball 4. Jay Neugebauer takes first, 2 out, walk for the Rogues. Runners at the corners now. Adversity for the reliever, Jaden Ferguson. 2 on, 2 outs. Here's the catcher for the Rogues, Anthony Thomas Jr. 0 for 1 so far this afternoon. Rogues do not want to leave anybody on the table. And Runners out the corners, a distinct possibility. The Rogues going to try to capitalize and try to force the hand of the Prune Packers pitching staff. First offering, runner goes. First pitch swinging, hits that in the air. Left field, tails foul into the Rogues bullpen for a long strike one. Anthony Thomas Jr. 0 for 1 so far this afternoon. Lefty stands in the batter's box, talking with them a little bit this week. His brother is playing for the Springfield Drifters out of the West Coast League. No balls, 1 strike, the pitch. Runner goes. 0-1, misses inside. The pump fake from Martinez. And Jan Neugebauer still second base. Runners at second base and third base now. Big inning continues. A double from Evan Saito. Pass ball by Martinez set him up at third base. Jan Neugebauer drawing a walk, gained the second base on a stolen base. Now Anthony Thomas Jr. for an opportunity to tie this ball game up. 1-1, misses outside at 2 balls, 1 strike. Anthony Thomas Jr. grounded out to the third baseman, Osorio Agard, in the second. Anthony Thomas Jr. has 12 runs batted in so far in 2026. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Fastball hits it in the air, left center field, charging in his Van Wyatt. The left fielder makes the grab with the shades on for out number 3. And the inning comes to a close. No runs, a hit, no errors, 2 left. Evan Saito left on at third base. Jan Neugebauer left on at second. Rogues had an opportunity to get runners across, but they cannot get runs across. We have played 4 in the Rogue Valley. Upcoming the Awesome Pool Guy 5th inning. Medford trailing 3-2 against Healdsburg. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. 3-2 Healdsburg, top half of inning number 5 from Harry and David Field. That means it is the Awesome Pool Guy 5th inning. 5th inning is brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. Need to replace your vinyl pool liner? Call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Rogues call to the bullpen once again on this Sunday afternoon, and the Rogues turn to Hayden Kindreich. 4th arm use so far this afternoon. This pitching change today and all season long brought to you by KTVL 10 Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. And Hayden Kindreich faces 2, 3, and 4 in the Healdsburg Prune Packers batting order. Cannon Golden leads off the inning, followed by Matthew Mansberry and JC Osorio Agard. 3-2 lead for the Prune Packers. Final game of this 3-game set rubber game between Healdsburg and Medford. And the guy who's had the most success against Rogues pitching this afternoon, Cannon Golden, leads off from Ole Miss. Out of the SEC, the Buford, Georgia native. Played 32 games for the Rebels just in the spring. First offering from Hayden Kindreich, who sets up on that first base side of the rubber. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1 on the fastball. No balls, 1 strike. And I said it earlier, Golden's been the most prolific hitter so far for the Prune Packers. Singled and scored in the first, singled in the third. Strike 1 pitch. Fastball lasers in on the outside corner, quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Cannon Golden, the Buford, Georgia, the northeast part of Atlanta. Family of athletes in the Golden family. Cannon, a guy who played high school football and won a state title. 0-2 pitch, misses outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Like I said, the whole family are all athletes. Dad played football for Georgia Southern. Mom played basketball for Clayton State. Both his sisters play softball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2, misses downstairs and out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Infield starting to shade to the right for the Rogues. Outfield playing deep and straight away. Will Salohar takes over in center field for Evan Saito. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kindreich sets and the pitch. 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Golden down on strikes. First strikeout victim for Hayden Kindreich this afternoon. Bases empty, 1 out. We are in the Ossipol guy 5th inning. Here's the shortstop for the Prune Packers, Matthew Mansberry. 0 for 1 of a walk on this Sunday afternoon. Healdsburg 3, Medford 2. Rubber game of this weekend series. Infield playing deep around the horn for the Rogues. First pitch, slider misses downstairs and out. 1 ball, no strikes. Talked about a little bit ago when we were talking about the lineup, Matthew Mansberry, the previous 2 games in the 9th spot for the Prune Packers, slotted in the 3-hole this afternoon. 1-0. Off the hands, flares it out, right field, drops down for a hit. It wasn't pretty, but he knuckles it to right field, and Mansberry's aboard with a 1-out single. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the top of 5. 3-2 lead for the Prune Packers against the Medford Rogues. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Prune Packers, J.C. Osorio-Agard. 0 for 1 with an error tonight. This afternoon. I mean, it's just been last couple of games. We've been in the evening, now the afternoon. It's just been perfect. Just a little bit different weather than you usually see on this weekend series. Last 105 game at home in 2026. First pitch misses downstairs and out. 1 ball, no strikes. Don't forget next week, probably the biggest fireworks show in the Valley. Eagle Point might have something to say about that. But the fireworks will happen on the 4th of July for the 250th birthday for the United States. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0, misses up and in. Hit by the pitch is J.C. Osorio-Agard. He takes first. Another base runner on for the Prune Packers. 2 on, 1 out. We are on the top of 5. 3-2 lead for Healdsburg. Here's second baseman Cade Campbell.
Now batting the second baseman.
1 for 2 so far this afternoon. And Cade Campbell changed the game in the 4th inning. Just a matter of plays. Changed the tune of how the game went yesterday. Rogues can still turn 2 to get out of the inning. First one. Fastball misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Campbell sack flied in the first, getting a run across. First 2 runs came across for the Prune Packers to get the afternoon underway. Had 1 ball and no strikes. Kindreich taps his foot on the first base side, the rubber and the 1-0. Chopper up the middle. Berman scoops it up, throws it over to first base, and the ball is not dug out in time by Chris Ortiz, the first baseman. Campbell loads the bases on an infield single. Tough decision for Daniel Berman at second base. You can go to short to get the force out of Osorio-Agard, but decided to throw it to first base. But Campbell showing off his speed. So bases loaded for the first time this afternoon for the Prune Packers. Healdsburg leading 3-2 against Medford. Only 1 out in the inning. Here's Trivian Martinez. 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch. And now Coach Kevin Olmstead. There's a reflection in center field now. And the third base umpire, Chris Bevan, first noticed it. And now Will Salohar, the center fielder, is going to jog out there to see what's going on. That might be one of the synergy cameras. We're going to hear from Monty Spence talk about that a little bit tomorrow when we have episode 10 of Plank Talk. Chris Bevan does not even know what it is. Will Salahar does not know what it is. So Monty Spence, assistant coach for the Rogues, talking with the home plate umpire, Greg Jaquette. So Chris Bevan, the third base umpire, is out in center field. I don't think I've ever seen this before, ever. There was a reflection off in center field. There was a big tournament going on beyond Harry and David Field. And now, Chris Bevan jogs. And now, instructs home plate umpire Greg Jaquette to do what now? And now, Chris Bevan instructing the third base dugout. And now, Monty Spence talking of Tim, one of the people in the Rogues organization at the ballpark. So now, after this lengthy pause, bases loaded, less than 2 outs. Healdburg can definitely try it out for a run to extend their lead. It's a 1-run lead at 3-2 Healdburg. We are on the road to 5th. Here's Trivian Martinez hit by a pitch in his last at-bat of the afternoon. Hayden Kindreich facing a lot of adversity out of the pen. First pitch, dots the inside corner, strike one. Martinez from UC San Diego. Martinez was the catcher on Friday. Martinez, a Union City native. Wait for the strike one pitch from Hayden Kindreich. The pitch. Pops that up in the air. Right side of the infield, calling everybody off as Daniel Berman makes the one-hand grab without the shades on, and Martinez pops out for out number 2. Bases loaded, 2 outs. We are on the top of 5. 3-2 lead for the Prune Packers. Here's 7-hitter for Healdsburg, the first baseman, Matthew Ossenfort. Healdsburg 3, Medford 2. This is a big inning right now. If you are Hayden Kindreich to get out of the jam, Prune Packers cover all the bags still. Mansberry at third, Asario Agard at second, Campbell at first base. First offering from Hayden Kindreich. First pitch, fastball outside, 1 ball, no strikes. In this rubber game of this 3-game set, every pitch matters, every at-bat counts. So it's crucial for Hayden Kindreich and company to limit the damage. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0. Finds the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ossenfort this afternoon drew a walk in the 4th. Forced out 6-4 during the fielder's choice during Brendan Lewis's at-bat. Popped out to the shortstop, Jay Neugebauer, for the first out of the 2nd. A ball and a strike. 1-1, hits that in the air. Center field charging is Will Salahar on the run. Diving grab, can't make the play. 1 run's in, 2 runs are in. The throw to third base, and sliding is Cade Campbell. So Matthew Ossenfort drives in 2. It's a 5-2 lead for the Prune Packers. So runners at the corners, 2 outs. Healdsburg 5, Medford 2. And it is a new batter in the batter's box for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. It's Zane Kelly. So Zane Kelly takes over the controls for Van Wee in left field. But Zane Kelly out of San Diego State gets his first crack this afternoon, taking on Hayden Kindreich. Hayden works on that first base side of the rubber. Talked to Zane Kelly a little bit this morning. Zane out of San Diego State, the Las Vegas native. First pitch. Finds the outside corner. No balls, 1 strike. Zane out of Las Vegas, Nevada, at San Diego State. We're talking about the new conference realignment. Fresno State and San Diego State going to be part of the Pac-12. Strike 1 pitch, misses upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Fresno State posted kind of a goodbye from the Mountain West. All the memories, all the conference championships that the Dogs won over the years. A ball and a strike upcoming. 1-1. Misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Zane Kelly this season, a .324 hitter in the summer. It's 11 runs batted in for the Prune Packers. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the offering. 2-1. Clips the outside corner, and the count goes square. 2 runs across in this inning. Pads the Prune Packers lead. Rogues in the home 5th. Since Shabasteri, Walsh, and Berman up in the inning. 2-2. Fouls off the breaking ball, rolls to the backstop. We'll do it again, still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Campbell at third, Ossenfort at second base. At first base, rather. Zane Kelly waits for the 2-2 from Hayden Kindreich. And the pitch. 2-2. Popped up in the air. Third base side. Tracking it down is Kian Sanchez. About the shades on him with the running play with the one-hand grab for out number 3. 2 runs come across on 3 hits. No errors, but the Prune Packers leave a pair on. Campbell at third base, Ossenfort at first base. We head to the home half of inning number 5 right after this. Due up for the Rogues, Max Shabasteri, Jonathan Walsh, and Daniel Berman. Healdsburg 5, Medford 2. Keep it here on this Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. We continue the awesome pool guy 5th inning, bottom half of inning number 5. Rogues trailing 5-3 against Healdsburg. New batter in for the Rogues. It's Diego Grabiel taking over from Diego Shabasteri. It's Diego Grabiel taking over, followed by Jonathan Walsh and Daniel Berman. 9-1-2 now for the Rogues on this Sunday afternoon, facing Jaden Ferguson for the first time this afternoon. First pitch, swing and a miss on the curveball, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Misses inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Diego, the Santa Cruz native. .355 hitter so far this season. 3 extra base hits, no triples yet this summer. A ball and a strike upcoming from Ferguson. And the pitch. 1-1, bounces low, escapes away from the catcher Martinez. 2 balls, 1 strike. Rogues offense so far this afternoon, 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. Those 2 runs coming across in the first inning. Prune Packers getting a run across in the 4th and in the 5th. 2-1 pitch, misses up and out. 3 balls, 1 strike. And an afternoon where every inning seems to be important and crucial for the Rogues to stay afloat in this game. 3-1, fouls it off left side as Diego Grabiel, and the count fills. And a fan of ours, Dave May, listening back in the Valley of the Sun in Arizona, he was talking about how fast yesterday's game went. By this time in the game yesterday, we might have been in the 6th inning or even the 7th inning. Diego Grabiel takes first, leadoff walk for the Rogues. Rogues right now offensively trying to claw back from a 3-run deficit. 1 on, nobody out. We go back to the top of the order. 5-2 lead for the Prune Packers. Here's Jonathan Walsh, 1 for 2 today. He's ready to go to work now. And now Jonathan Walsh, the Tennessean from Dover, Tennessee, settles in to face Jen Ferguson for the first time this afternoon. Small lead for Grabiel at first base. First offering. Has to lean out of the way. Misses inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Walsh set the table well in the first inning, singled in the inning, but was forced out at second base. On the Daniel Berman force fielder's choice, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0, line drive, left center field, base hit. Jonathan Walsh aboard. Puts runners at first and second. 2 on, nobody out. We are in the bottom of 5. Here's Daniel Berman, the second baseman. And more importantly, he is the tying run at the dish. I said it earlier, Rogues trying to claw back from this 3-run deficit, doing a pretty good job. A walk from Diego Grabiel. Jonathan Walsh singling. Rogues trying to capitalize, and now head coach Joey Gomes understands the situation as well. And he heads out to the mound to talk with Jaden Ferguson. And this pause the action is brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. Does your pool or hot tub need repairs? Call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. We're also brought to you by Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings, even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix, Gold Hill, and our newest location in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. This is a whole entire conference of the battery mates Martinez and Ferguson in the whole entire infield. Facing with runners at first and second, tying run is at the dish with Daniel Berman. 5-2 lead for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Rubber game of this 3-game set. And Healdsburg looking to try to get 2 games in the state of Oregon before heading back down to California. First offering to Daniel Berman. Ferguson sets up on that third base side, scores for a bunt, gets it down, and it fouls off, rolls behind home plate, strike 1. Daniel Berman 0 for 2 so far this afternoon. Let's see if the Rogues utilize the small ball once again. Infield, corner infielders Rosario Agard and Ossenfort on the grass. Middle infielders of Mansberry and Campbell playing deep. No balls, 1 strike. Ferguson strike 1 pitch up coming. Goes for a bunt as Daniel gets it foul down the third base side. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Rogues trying to go with the small ball. Rogues know the situation well. Runners at first and second. Diego Grabiel at second base. Jonathan Walsh at first base. Tying run is at the dish. Can the Rogues crack through into the run column in this home half of inning number 5? No balls, 2 strikes. Throws it over to second base. Sliding back with a head to first slide is Jonathan Walsh, or rather Diego Grabiel. We'll do it again, still no balls and 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 0-2, fastball elevated, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Larson Custer waits on deck for the Rogues. Rogues have not found the run column since the first inning where they scored twice. 1-2, fouls off behind the dish. We'll do it again, still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Berman gets out of the batter's box, walks around. Ferguson sets up on that through to base side of the rubber. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Fouls it off to the screen again. Good battle between Daniel Berman and Ferguson. You like that if you're the Rogues. You want to raise the pitch count in this inning on the reliever, Jaden Ferguson. Gabriel at second base. Walsh at first base. Big moment in this game so far this afternoon. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ferguson waits. Rogues base runners dancing around at first and second. 1-2 pitch, and he's hit by the pitch. Daniel Berman takes his base of honor, and the Rogues load the bases with nobody out. Gabriel to third. Walsh to second. Berman to first. So a walk, a single, and a hit by pitch. And Joey Gomes, the head coach of the Healdsburg Prune Packers, takes the ball away from Jaden Ferguson. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is for Healdsburg when we come right back after this. All pitching changes this season brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Bases loaded, nobody out. Bottom half inning number 5. We continue the awesome pool guy 5th inning right after this. 5-2 Healdsburg on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. New pitcher in for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. We continue the awesome pool guy 5th inning, and it is Simon Lemke taking over from Jaden Ferguson. This pitching change this afternoon brought to you by KTVL 10, at the Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Simon Lemke gets his warm tosses in. ERA of 1.69 this season. No wins, no losses. 5 appearances, no starts. 5 1/3 innings pitched. Opposing batters hitting 200 against him, and finds himself, and he inherits bases loaded with nobody out in the home half, inning number 5. 5-2 lead for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Rogues going to try to make this interesting in a game where it's just been feeling close and close between these two squads. Larson Custer 1 for 2 today digs in his final game in the Medford Rogues uniform. Faces Lemke for the first time this afternoon. First offering from the righty. Knuckles it to the shortstop, picked up by Mansbury, throws over to second for 1, and the ball escapes away from Campbell. 1 run is in, so it's an RBI fielder's choice for Larson Custer. Drive it in Diego Grabio. Rogues get their 3rd run across this afternoon. 5-3 lead for the Prune Packers. Runners at the corners. So Walsh heads to 3rd. Custer at first base. Berman forced out. 6-4 on the force out. There's Kean Sanchez, a cleanup man for the Rogues. Only a 2-run deficit. First pitch. This is inside the balk call. And a run's going to score on the balk. So the Rogues only trail by 1. 5-4 Healdsburg. So Custer heads to second base. Second balk call this weekend. Mason Lerma got a balk call in the bottom of the 9th inning. That set up Diego Grabiel at second base. Joey Gomes has his arms up in the air, takes his hoodie off on that first base side. Head coach Joey Gomes not happy with the umpires. And now with one out in the inning, Rogues can make this interesting once more. First pitch, fouled off, right side, strike one. So an RBI fielder's choice for Larson Custer, a balk call.
Everybody clap your hands.
Driving in a run. So Rogues were out of it, but Medford finds a way to claw themselves back into this one. Strike one pitch upcoming. Lemke glances at second base, fires the pitch. 0-1, hits it in the air. Left center field, charging in his goal in the center field. The left fielder Van Wee makes the grab for out number 1. So Kian Sanchez flies out for the first out of the inning, or second out of the inning rather. Chris Ortiz at the dish, the first baseman for the Rogues. 0 for 2 so far this afternoon. It's a 5-4 lead for the Prune Packers. Healdsburg and Medford having a very competitive rubber game in the Rogue Valley. Chris Ortiz settles in. Larson Custer at second base. Lemke sets up on that third base side of the rubber. First pitch, misses upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Ortiz today 0 for 2. Rogues offensively waking up in this awesome pool guy 5th inning. Well, Salahar waits on deck. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0, hits it in the air. Right field, tracking it down as Lewis, the right fielder, backs up, makes the one-hand grab, and the inning comes to a close. 2 runs come across on 1 hit. No errors, but the Rogues leave a runner on. Larson Custer left on at second base. A balk call makes it a 1-run game. 5-4 Healdsburg. We've wrapped up the awesome pool guy 5th inning. 1-run game in this rubber game of this 3-game weekend series. Healdsburg 5, Medford 4. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our Hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Crying shame, crying shame. Thanks for playing, guys. We thank Rory Wolves.
Rogues call to the bullpen once again on this Sunday afternoon. Healdsburg 5, Medford 4, and Eric Hernandez gets his warm-up tosses in. The Gilroy, California native. This pitching change today is brought to you by KTVO 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. And Eric Hernandez is the 5th pitcher used so far this afternoon. And the Rogues trying to slow down this Healdsburg Prune Packers offense. And the first batter Eric Hernandez sees is Brendan Lewis. 9-1-2 due up for the Prune Packers. Lewis followed by Dana Morrow and Cannon Golden. Eric Hernandez this season, ERA of 0. 4 wild pitches, no strikeouts, no walks, 3 1/3 innings pitched. 2 hits he did give up, and 2 games he's been on the hill so far in 2026. Brendan Lewis, 0 for 2 so far this afternoon, settles in for his 3rd trip of the afternoon. First offer at home, first pitch hits down in the air, right field tracking it down is Max Chavasteri drifting back. That's Diego Grabiel, makes the one-hand grab near the track. 1 pitch, 1 out to begin the top half of inning number 6. Base is empty, 1 out. Here's top of the order guy Dane Morrow, 0 for 3 so far this afternoon. 5-4 lead for Healdsburg. Rubber game of this 3-game set. This is a big inning and a big game that might set the tone for how the rest of the season goes for both of these teams. Sets up on that first base side is Hernandez, and the first pitch. Scores for a bunt, misses downstairs and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Infield stays the same. Outfield, a couple of changes. Walsh is in left. Salahar is in center field replacing Sino. Grabiel in a right field for the Rogues. Ball and no strikes upcoming. And the pitch. 1-0, misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. Dan Morrow this afternoon flied out to the left fielder Jonathan Walsh. Grounded out to the first baseman Chris Ortiz in the 3rd. Struck out in the 4th inning. 2-0. Hits that in the air, pops it up third base side. Tracking it now is Kian Sanchez in foul territory. Gloves it for out number 2. Dana Morrow pops out for the 2nd out of the inning. 2 up and 2 down in the top of 6. Here's the 2-hitter for the Prune Packers, Cannon Golden. 2 for 3 today. Probably one of the most prolific hitters so far in this lineup besides Cade Campbell and J.C. Osario-Agard. It's a 5-4 lead for the Prune Packers. We are in the top of 6. Eric Hernandez sets up on that first base side. Infield playing deep for the Rogues. Outfield playing deep and straight away. Will Salahar a couple of steps into left center. First pitch swinging, hits down the air. Left field, that's going to be caught by for Jonathan Walsh in left field. Cannon Golden flies out for the 3rd and final out of the inning, and that closes the book on the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. A quick 1-2-3 inning put up by Eric Hernandez and the Rogues. We head to the home half of inning number 6 right after this. Will Salahar, Jan Neugebauer, and Anthony Thomas Jr. due up. It is go time in the Rogue Valley. 1-run game, 5-4 Healdsburg. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Healdsburg 5, Medford 4, home half of inning number 6 from Harry and David Field. The Prune Packers call to the bullpen once again. Paul Grossman gets his one, tosses in. And this pitching change is brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Paul Grossman out of the University of Southern California. The Trojan gets his one, tosses in. The Southern California native grew up in Irvine, California. And he gets to face 6, 7, 8 in the Rogues batting order. Will Salahar leads off the inning, followed by Jan Neugebauer and Anthony Thomas Jr., who's now tuning in on the Rogue Streaming Network. It was all tied up at 2 after the first inning between the Prune Packers and the Rogues. Prune Packers tacked on a run in the fourth, and then 2 runs the top of the 5th inning. The home half of the 5th, the Rogues got a couple of runs across, so it's a 1-run game, a 5-4 lead for the Prune Packers. Here's Will Salahar. Gets his first at-bat of the afternoon. His mom and dad and sister and brother in attendance this afternoon. Paul Grossman ready to face Will Salahar. Grossman this season, 1 appearance so far, 2 innings on the hill. First pitch from the southpaw. First pitch finds the outside third at strike 1. Southpaw sets up on that third base side of the rubber. Salahar climbs back in the box. Behind, no balls and a strike. And the pitch. Strike 1 pitch and fouled off. Says the home plate umpire Greg Jaquette. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes is Will. Salahar this season, a .375 hitter. 3 extra base hits. Has not gone deep yet in 2026. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 0-2. Called strike 3, ball in the dirt. The throw over to first base to solidify that. Will Salahar out for the first out of the inning. Base is empty, 1 out. We are in the bottom half of inning number 6. Here's Jay Neugebauer, the Rogues shortstop, on the Sunday afternoon. 1-run game, probably the most competitive game we've had so far in this weekend series. Healdsburg 5, Medford 4. Paul Grossman gets faces his second batter in relief. First pitch finds top third, strike 1. Grossman from Irvine went to Northwood High School. 4-year starter in high school as well. Strike 1 pitch. This is outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Paul's dad played baseball for Princeton, and his uncle went to USC. So the Trojans run in his family. A ball and a strike from the southpaw. 1-1, swing and a miss. Big hack by Jaden Neugebauer. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jaden reached on base in his last 2 at-bats. Drew a walk in the 4th. Singled in the 2nd. Left on both times. Jaden behind, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Grossman sets and the pitch. 1-2, called strike 3 on the outside corner. Back-to-back Ks for Paul Grossman. Grossman being gross on the hill with that fastball. 2 up and 2 down in the bottom half of inning number 6. 5-4 Healdsburg. Here is Anthony Thomas Jr. Catcher 0 for 2 so far this afternoon. Rogues catcher trying to provide a little bit of offense. Rogues do not want to go backwards in this inning. First offering from Grossman. First pitch fouled off. Left side, strike 1. Anthony Thomas Jr. grounded out to the third baseman, Asario Agard. Back in the 2nd. No balls and a strike. Fastball clips that outside corner, strike 2. That fastball has a lot of giddy up on it. Might be in the 90s. It's a lot of high fastball rates by the Prune Packers in this weekend series. Anthony in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. 0-2, misses low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Infield is playing deep around the horn for the Prune Packers. Outfield playing deep and straight away. Golden, the center fielder, just a step into left center. Diego Grabiel waits on deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away from Martinez. Martinez has to track that one down, and he can't attempt the throw. So Anthony Thomas Jr. advances on a drop, 3rd strike. So a 2-out base runner on for the Rogues. 1 on, 2 outs. There's the right fielder Diego Grabiel for Medford. 5-4 lead for Healdsburg in this rubber game of this 3-game set. Glacier blue skies overhead. Cotton candy clouds dotting the landscape on this Sunday afternoon in Southern Oregon. Grossman sets up on that third base side of the rubber, the reliever from USC, the University of Southern California. First pitch finds that bottom third, strike 1. Diego Behind no balls and a strike. Instead, the throw over to first base. Chases back Anthony Thomas Jr. Gets back to the bag standing up. So no balls and 1 strike. Strike 1 pitch. This is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Grossman struck out the first 2 batters you saw of Will Salahar and Jay Neugebauer. Anthony Thomas Jr. reaching on a drop 3rd strike. Small lead for him. Ossenfort, the first baseman, holding the runner. 1-1. Fouls it off at the dish. Strike 2. Diego taking over right field duties for Max Shabasteri. Diego gets out of the batter's box. And the plate being cleaned by home plate umpire Greg Jaquette. Let's pause the action. Is brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. Does your pool or hot tub need repairs? Call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Diego Grabiel. Anthony Thomas Jr. at first base. Grossman feeling adversity. The throw back to first. Chases back Thomas Jr. to the bag standing up. One ball, 2 strikes. 1-2. Slider misses down and out. And the count goes square. Deuce is wild. Diego Grabiel trying to extend the inning. Grossman's 2-2. Misses down and in, ball 3. And the count fills. Biggest pitch of the at-bat. Biggest pitch of the afternoon. The Santa Cruz native trying to get on base. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 3-2 misses low. Ball 4. Diego Grabiel takes first. Rogues in business. 2 on, 2 outs. Healdsburg 5, Medford 4. 2 on, 2 outs. We go back to the top of the order with Jonathan Walsh. 2 for 3 this afternoon. Anthony Thomas Jr. reaching on a drop 3rd strike. Diego Grabiel drawing a walk. Rogues in the driver's seat offensively, trying to push this one across. First offering from Grossman. First pitch, fastball finds the inside corner, strike 1. Jonathan singled a pair of times in the first and in the 5th inning. Was forced out 6-4 in the first. Singled and came around and scored in the 5th. Strike 1 pitch. This is inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Jonathan waits for that strike 1-1 pitch. Paul Grossman, runners at first and second. The pitch 1-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. Thomas Jr. at second base. Diego Grabiel at first. Paul Grossman struck out the first 2 batters he saw of Will Salahar and Jay Neugebauer to begin this inning. We are on the bottom of 6. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 1-2, fouls it off. Right side, we'll do it again. Jonathan steps out of the batter's box, climbs back in, still behind, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Right against left, runners at first and second, infield playing deep. 1-2. Ground ball, right side, gobbled up by Ossenfort, speeds to the first base pillow, and steps on the square in time for out number 3. No runs, a hit, no errors. 2 Rogues left on at first and second. Anthony Thomas Jr. left on at second base. Diego Grabiel left on at first. We have played 6 in the Rogue Valley. Still a 1-run game. Healdsburg 5, Medford 4. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Top half of inning number 7 from Harry and David Field. It is a 5-4 lead in favor of the visitors from Sonoma County. Healdsburg Prune Packers leading in this rubber game 5-4. Eric Hernandez gets his second inning on the hill, sitting the Prune Packers in order 1, 2, 3. Faces 3, 4, and 5. Matthew Mansberry followed by J.C. Sario-Agard and Cade Campbell. First pitch fouled off. Right side, strike one.
Just a bit foul.
When you hear that crash, think feels glass.
5 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Healdsburg. 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for Medford. No balls, 1 strike. Hernandez sets, and the pitch. Strike 1, pitch, comebacker to Eric Hernandez. Lollipop throw to first in time for out number 1. 1-3 on the ground out for the first out of the inning. Bases empty, 1 out. Here's the third baseman, J.C. Osario-Agard, the third baseman for the Healdsburg Prune Packers this afternoon. Has reached on base twice so far today. Gets his 4th at-bat of the afternoon. Eric Hernandez sets up on that first base side of the rubber, takes a deep breath, and the first pitch. Breaking ball, clips the inside corner, strike 1. And it's been that type of afternoon so far. Rogues having a melee of pitchers so far on the Sunday afternoon. Hayden Van Acker got the start. Lorenzo Lew came out of the pen, followed by Tristan Anisworth and Hayden Kindreich. Strike 1 pitch, fouls off the slider, rolls to the backstop, quickly in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes as J.C. Osario-Agard reached on there and got the second base in the first, was left stranded, lied out to the left footer Jonathan Walsh in the third, hit by a pitch and came around and scored in the 5th inning. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch home. Fastball misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2. Pops it up. Right side goes out of play. Do it against a 1 ball and 2 strikes. Blue sky poking through on the Sunday afternoon. Wind blowing into right field. Infield playing deep around the horn. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 1-2, fouls it off. Good battle between J.C. Osario-Agard and Eric Hernandez. So it was Lorenzo Lew, Tristan Anisworth, Hayden Kindreich, and Eric Hernandez currently out of the pen. Rogues trying to fan the flames and slow down this Prune Packers offense. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 1-2. Check swing. Did not go, says the first base umpire, Andrew Humboldt. and the count goes square. Big pitch up coming for Eric Hernandez. Works on that first base side of the rubber. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Fastball bounces down and out. And the count fills. Cade Campbell waits on deck for Healdsburg. Up inside of the center fielder, playing a couple of steps into left center. Payoff pitch upcoming from Eric Hernandez. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 3-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. J.C. Asario-Agard down on strikes. 2 up and 2 down in the inning. First strikeout for Eric Hernandez this afternoon. Crucial second out for the Rogues defensively. 2 up and 2 down in the 7th inning. Here is the second baseman, Cade Campbell. 2 for 3 at the dish this afternoon. One of the lethal hitters for Healdsburg in this rubber game of this weekend series. Right against right, infield playing deep, outfield playing deep and straight away. And the first one. Fastball finds the inside corner, strike 1. Eric sets up on that first base side of the rubber. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Slider misses down and out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball and a strike to the righty. Slider again misses down and out. 2 balls, 1 strike. Eric's done a pretty good job on the hill handling the adversity, but also having a couple of great battles. Now trying to send Cade Campbell back to the dugout. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. 2-1. Slider misses low. 3 balls, 1 strike. Three balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Slider misses down and out, ball 4. Cade Campbell coaxes a 2-out walk to extend the inning. First walk issued by Eric Hernandez this afternoon in relief. 1 on, 2 outs. We are on the top of 7. Here is the catcher, Tristan Martinez. 0 for 2 of a hit by pitch so far this afternoon. A 5-4 Healdsburg rubber game of this 3-game set. First one, misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. Hernandez sits up on that first base side of the rubber, throws it over to first base, keeps Campbell honest, gets back to the bag with a head first slide. One ball, no strikes. Grounding ball, bobbled by Kian Sanchez, spins around, and he won't attempt the throw, but Tristan Martinez gets the first, and that is a hit, says the official scorekeeper. So a single off the bat of Martinez. Campbell reached on a walk earlier, so puts runners at first and second. 2 on, 2 outs. We were on the top of 7. 1-run lead. Healdsburg leading 5-4 against Medford. Here's first baseman Matthew Ossenfort. 1 for 2 of a walk this afternoon. Rogues bullpen starting to move a little bit quicker. Hernandez trying to nurse this inning home. First pitch. First pitch swinging, hits that in the air, center field. Will Salahar drifting back. Salahar looks into the sky, makes the one-hand grab for out number 3. And the side is retired. No runs, a hit, no errors. The Packers leave a pair on. Cade Campbell left on at second base. Tristan Martinez left on at first. And it's finally time to stretch in the Rogue Valley. Due up for the Rogues in the bottom half of inning number 7. Daniel Berman, Larson Custer, and Kian Sanchez. Let's listen to the crowd for the 7th inning stretch.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root for the Rogues. If they don't win, it's a shame. 'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. All right, look under your seat. See if you were selected as a winner for a free appetizer, courtesy of Chadwick Sports Bar and Grill.
Classic at Harry and David Field in this 2026 campaign. A little bit of shout for you. Rogues going to try a shout from the rooftop if they can get this one across on this Sunday afternoon. 5-4 Healdburg, bottom half of inning number 7. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Rogues. Daniel Berman leads off the inning, followed by Larson Custer and Kian Sanchez. My name is Brian Welch of the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. A very entertaining rubber match between the Healdsburg Prune Packers and the Medford Rogues. First pitch from Paul Grossman misses down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Daniel Berman, the batter, the second baseman for the Rogues this afternoon. 0 for 1, 0 for 2 rather, with a hit by pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Misses outside at 2 balls, no strikes. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Prune Packers. 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Rogues. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch upcoming. 2-0. Misses inside. 3 balls, no strikes. Grossman, the 4th pitcher used so far this afternoon for the Prune Packers. Now time taken. Daniel Berman cleans his eyes out with his jersey. Now climbs back in the batter's box. Ahead 3 balls and no strikes. Larson Custer waits on deck. .30 pitch from the southpaw. Fastball clips the top third. 3 balls, 1 strike. Berman reached on a fielder's choice and ran around and scored in the first. Flied out to the right fielder Lewis in the third. Hit by a pitch in the 5th. 3-1, ground ball, center field, base hit. Daniel Berman aboard with a leadoff single. So Daniel Berman reaches on base for the 3rd time this afternoon. 1 on, nobody out. We are on the bottom of 7. Here's the DH man, Larson Custer. Healdsburg 5, Medford 4. Final game of this weekend series. Larson Custer playing in his final game this summer in the Rogue Valley. Larson today 1 for 3 at the dish. The lefty settles in. Grossman sets up on that third base side of the rubber. And the first pitch. Slider misses outside at 1 ball. No strikes. Tying run is at first base. That's Daniel Berman. Go ahead run is at the plate. In a weekend where the Rogues have shown improvement. 1-0 pitch. Misses inside at 2 balls. No strikes. And what I mean by improvement, Rogues last year were only competitive in 1 game. That was here at Harry and David Field. They were competitive down in California, but could not get it across the finish line in July. 2 balls and no strikes. Did a throw over to first base, and it was spiked in the dirt. Ossenfort had to find a way to protect himself and get the ball. If that ball escaped from the first baseman, Ossenfort, that's a definite extra base for Daniel Berman. But we continue. 2 balls and no strikes to the lefty, Larson Custer. We were talking about Last Chance U, the documentary. 2-0. Slider misses outside. 3 balls, no strikes. One of the schools that was featured in Last Chance U is 45 minutes away from his hometown in Kansas. Conversation on the hill between the battery mates, Grossman and Martinez. This pause in the action is brought to you by the Asa Pool Guy. Need to replace your vinyl pool liner? Call the Asa Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. 3 balls and no strikes. Conversation concludes between Martinez and Grossman. And Larson Custer trying to work some magic in this inning. Larson, the hero on Friday night with that 7-6 walk-off victory walk. Drive it in, Diego Grabiel from second base. 3 balls, no strikes. Finds the outside third. 3 balls, 1 strike. Custer today doubled and scored in the first. Grounded out to the second baseman Campbell in the third. Reached on a RBI fielder's choice in that 5th inning. That 2-run 5th for the Rogues. 3-1. Fastball finds the outside corner, strike 2. Larson was about to take off the protective brace on his right foot. But climbs back in the box, and the count's full 3-2. The pitch upcoming. 3-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Custer down on strikes. 3rd strikeout victim for Paul Grossman this afternoon. 1 on, 1 out. We are at the bottom of 7. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Rogues, Kian Sanchez. Healdsburg 5, Medford 4. Base runner on at first base is Daniel Berman. He got aboard with a leadoff single. See how aggressive the Rogues get in this inning. Time is winding down. I mean, baseball doesn't have any time, but you're running out of innings to get runs across. First pitch swinging, pops that's up in the air. Shallow right field, charging is Lewis. Lewis makes the one-hand grab, and Kian Sanchez flies out for the second out of the inning. 1 on, 2 outs. We are on the bottom of 7. Here's the first baseman for the Rogues, Chris Ortiz. 5-4 lead for the Prune Packers. Rubber game of this 3-game set. And this is a telltale inning. If the Rogues want to make some noise, got to get a couple of runs across. Here's Chris Ortiz, 0 for 3. He's due for a hit today. First pitch. Sweeper clips the top third, strike 1. Strike 1 pitch, leans out of the way as Chris misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chris's family is in attendance this afternoon. Ortiz lined out to the second baseman Campbell to close the book on the first. Right out to the third baseman Osario Agard in the 4th. Flied out to the right fielder Lewis in the 5th. 1-1. Misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Daniel Berman had a big lead at first base, retreated back to the bag. And Chris finds himself ahead, 2 balls and 1 strike. Chris, a guy who loves his chocolate chip cookies. Okay, the Randolph's grandmother made the whole entire team chocolate chip cookies for Friday night's game against Healdsburg. I had a chocolate chip cookie. They were really good. Special thanks to Caleb Randolph's grandmother for making those chocolate chip cookies again. 2 balls, 1 strike. The throw back to first, gets back to the bag, and Daniel Berman gets back to the bag with a head-first slide. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Big pitch upcoming in this at-bat. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner goes. Got hot going towards second base. Daniel Berman. The tag is in time. Daniel Berman caught stealing at second base to close the book on the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors. We have played 7 in the Rogue Valley. It's a 1-run game. Healdsburg 5, Medford 4. 8th inning we go. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogues CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogues CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogues CN Medford Airport at roguescn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3 and 4 bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Top half of inning number 8 from Harry and David Field. Healdsburg 5, Medford 4. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. Brian Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. New pitcher in for the Rogues. It is Wyatt Green. This pitching change is brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Wyatt Green faces 8-9-1. In the Prune Packers batting order, Zane Kelly leads off the inning, followed by Brendan Lewis and Dana Morrow. Wyatt Green sets up on that first base side of the rubber, and the first pitch home. Fastball misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Zane Kelly taking over from Will Van Wee in left field. This has been that type of afternoon. This guy won this one across for both teams. Ground ball to the first base side, gobbled up by Chris Ortiz, the first baseman, and Zane Kelly rounds out for the first out of the inning. 3 unassisted for the first out. Base is empty, 1 out. Here's the 9-hitter for the Prune Packers. Brendan Lewis goes to work now. 0 for 3 this afternoon. Prune Packers 5, Medford 4. Final game of this 3-game set. Rogues have a couple of days off, Monday and Tuesday. Tomorrow we'll have Plank Talk for you live from the Foodery in Phoenix. Come on out and meet the Rogues, and also get a chance to hear from assistant coach Monty Spence, Phoenix guy. First pitch, strike. Brandon Lewis at the dish currently for his 4th at-bat of the afternoon. So episode 10 of Plank Talk tomorrow, 4:30 to 5:30 from the Foodery in Phoenix. 1-0. Finds the inside corner, strike 2. Wyatt Green gets his second appearance in this series. Got the inning on the hill yesterday to close the book on the 9th inning. 1 ball and a strike upcoming, and the pitch. Breaking ball, called for a strike. Beautiful location. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lewis at the dish, struck out in the 3rd. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th. Flied out to the right fielder, Diego Grabiel, in the 6th. Fouls it off to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2 again. Fouls it off on his foot. Brandon Lewis jumps around a bit. Remember, Brendan broke his bat earlier. Gonna try to catch his breath once again. Brendan's longtime friends in that third base dugout with Matty Ibrahim Jr. Played high school ball with Trevor Smith, former Rogue and current Washington State Cougar. Infield is playing deep for the Rogues. Outfield playing deep and straight away. Will Salahar playing a couple of steps into left center. His parents and brother and sister is in attendance today. 2-2 pitch. Fouls off the curveball as Lewis will do it again. Two balls, 2 strikes. Green waits and fires the pitch. 2-2, chopper foul. Third base side will do it again. Two and 2 once more. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big pitch and a big strikeout for Wyatt Green. 2 up and 2 down in the inning. Bases empty, 2 outs. We are on the top of the 8th, and it is a new hitter in for the Prune Packers, replacing Dane Morrow in the DH role. Jake McCoy, guy who's going to try to provide a little bit of a spark for this Prune Packers lineup, the young man from San Jose State. Jake McCoy goes to work. McCoy was in the lineup yesterday. McCoy was in the DH role in the game, reached on an error and scored in that 7th inning. First pitch, breaking ball, clips the outside corner, strike 1. When the Rogues head to the 8th inning, in the bottom of this inning, Chris Ortiz, Will Salahar, and Jan Neugebauer due up. Strike 1 pitch, misses low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Clouds are dominating the landscape on this Sunday afternoon. 1-1, hits that in the air, left field, hooking foul, and it lands on in the bullpen of the Rogues for a long strike 2. Jake McCoy got the offense moving for the Prune Packers in Friday night's contest. McCoy had 2 doubles and a homer. Reached on base 4 times. Had a hit by pitch as well in that 7-6 walk-off craziness on Friday night at Harry and David Field. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now to Jake McCoy. Kenan Golden waits on deck. Swing and a miss on the slider. McCoy down on strikes. Back-to-back Ks for Wyatt Green. And the Rogues find a way to get themselves to the home half of inning number 8. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Pair of strikeouts for Wyatt Green and company. We head to the home half of inning number 8 right after this. Rogues need to find a way to tie this one up and possibly take the lead away. Chris Ortiz, Will Salahar, Jaden Neugebauer due up. Healdsburg 5, Medford 4. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our Hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Prune Packers turn to their closer in the home half of inning number 8. 5-4 lead for Healdsburg against Medford. Mason Lerma gets his one, tosses in. This pitching change brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Mason Lerma, who was the pitcher that was on the other end of that walk-off win on Friday night. The Aggie from UC Davis gets his warm-up, tosses in, faces Chris Ortiz. Will Salahar and Jan Neugebauer on this Sunday afternoon. Mason Lerma has an ERA of 0, one win, no losses, 4 appearances, 1 save so far in 2026. 9 strikeouts, 2 walks. Opposing batters hitting .59 against him. Chris Ortiz and this Rogues offense trying to find a way to break this dam. It's a 1-run game. Rogues only trail by 1, but it's been a tight contest so far on the Sunday afternoon. Chris Ortiz 0 for 3 at the dish. Climbs into the box for his 4th at-bat. His family's in attendance this afternoon. Mason Lerma, the southpaw, sets up on that third base side of the rubber. The Santa Rosa native. First pitch, slider clips the outside corner, strike 1. You're going to see a healthy dose of sliders. Healthy dose of sliders from Mason Lerma. You're going to see a lot. You're going to see that fastball as well. Ken Reliant has that unique angle to throw the pitch. Strike one pitch, misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lerma, the senior out of UC Davis, went to Cardinal Newman High School in the spring for the Aggies. 2.81 ERA, 5 wins, 2 losses, 27 appearances, 57 2/3 innings pitched in the spring. 1-1. Breaking ball, misses upstairs, 2-1. Opposing batters in the spring hit .251 against Mason. UC Davis runs in the family. Mason's mom went to UC Davis. 2-1. Fouls it off right side, and the count goes square. Chris 0 for 3 this afternoon. Lined out to the second baseman Campbell in the first. Grounded out to the third baseman Osorio Agard in the fourth. Flied out to the right fielder Lewis in the fifth. Ortiz trying to get on base to lead off the frame. 2-2. Misses down and in with the slider. And the count fills. Three balls, 2 strikes. Misses outside, ball 4. Chris Ortiz takes first. Leadoff walk for the Rogues. Tying run is at first base. One on, nobody out. Here's Chance Flores, his first at-bat of the afternoon. Gets his first at-bat, replacing Will Salahar and Evan Saito. Chance Flores takes over. Righty goes to work now. Lynn Benton, one of the newest Rogues, faces the lefty Mason Lerma. Osorio Agard playing on the grass at third. Throws it back to first. Chris Ortiz gets back to the bag, standing up. Still waiting for the first pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Flores this season, 2 games, 5 at-bats, has not recorded a batting average yet. Strike 1 pitch, lifts it foul down the right field line. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Stars and Stripes blowing into the ballpark on this Sunday afternoon. Just been a competitive series finale. Just shows how competitive the Pacific Empire League is in 2026. No balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. 0-2, swings and misses at the slider is Flores. Flores down on strikes. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the bottom of 8. 5-4 lead for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Here's the shortstop, Jay Neugebauer. 1 for 2 with a walk this afternoon, trying to get this offense moving. Base runner at first base, that is Chris Ortiz. He drew a leadoff walk. Talked about earlier when that block call happened in the 5th inning. Mason Lerma was the first guy in this weekend series to have a block call on him in that bottom half of the 9th on Friday. First pitch, finds the outside third, strike 1. Didn't today, reaching on base 2 times, 1 for 2 at the dish. Singled in the second, got the second base with left stranded there. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Strike 1 pitch, leans to a ground ball up the middle, picks it up as Campbell, underhands it over to second for 1. Mansbury the first base, and the throw's in time. 4-6-3 twin killing, and the inning comes to a close. No runs, no hits, no errors. We have played 8 in the Rogue Valley. Last call for the Prune Packers. It's a 5-4 lead for Healdsburg. 5-4 Healdsburg. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3 and 4 bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Top half of inning number 9 from Harry and David Field. Healdsburg 5, Medford 4. Rogues call to the bullpen once again on this Sunday afternoon, and they send in the Central Point native, the closer, Caleb Randolph. This pitching change is brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. And the righty, Caleb Randolph, getting his warm-up tosses in at the moment. He faces 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order. Cannon Golden leads off the inning, followed by Matthew Mansberry and J.C. Osario-Agard. And this season for Caleb Randolph had a big inning on that Friday night. 7 games so far this season. ERA of 1.23, 7 1/3 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts, 4 walks, 1 run, and 5 hits given up so far in 2026. And the Rogues have to do is just not give up any runs and head to the home half of inning number 9. And Caleb Randolph has got the ball, and he has the trust from the staff to get this one done. First pitch, fastball elevated, 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes. Flares it left field. That's going to drop down for a hit. Rounding first, digging for 2 is Cannon Golden. Turns on the Jets at second base, and he drops the anchor at second base. A leadoff double for Golden, and the Prune Packers get their offense moving once again. Leadoff man on for Healdsburg. 1 on, nobody out. Here's the shortstop, Matthew Mansberry. And now a quick conversation between Anthony Thomas Jr. and Caleb Randolph. This pause the action is brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. Does your pool or hot tub need repairs? Call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Here's Matthew Mansberry. So it is a change in center field. Walsh to center field. Flores to left field. First offering from Caleb Randolph. He sets up on the first base side of the rubber. And the first pitch. Scores for a bunt as Mansberry pulls it back. Misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Jonathan Walsh, the new center fielder, playing one step into right center. So it is Chaz Flores replacing Chris Ortiz at first. So Flores is not in left. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Line drive, flares it out. Center field, drops for a hit. Stop sign put up by the third base coach, head coach Joey Gomes, and Matthew Mansberry aboard with a bloop single. So a double from Golden and a single from Mansberry puts runners at the corners. Healdsburg going to try to put this one out of reach. Medford trying to halt them. So Chris Ortiz is in the left field. I don't think Chris Ortiz in his playing career has played in left field. Runners at the corners. Here's the third baseman, J.C. Osario-Agard, facing Caleb Randolph. First pitch, swings and fouls it off. Goes to the backstop, strike 1. And J.C. has had a good afternoon so far, reaching on base a couple of times. Reached on air in the first, got the second base. No balls, 1 strike. Randolph glances at first base. That's Mansberry, small lead. Chance Flores holding the runner. Strike 1 pitch. Breaking ball, pours in for a strike on the inside corner. And quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. J.C. Osario-Agard. Flied out to the left field. in the third, hit by a pitch and went around and scored in the fifth, struck out in the seventh. No balls, 2 strikes. Randolph waits, and the 0-2, runner goes. Fastball popped up in the air, left field, tracking it down is Ortiz. Ortiz near the David K sign makes the grab, tagging from third, and scoring is Cannon Golden. A sac fly makes it a 2-run game, 6-4 Healdsburg in the 9th inning, or 5-4 Healdsburg, I should say. Now it's 6-4. There we go, 6-4 on the scoreboard. So that is the first out recorded in the inning. And less than 2 outs, found a way to get that runner across. Keeps the runner at first base. That is Mansberry. Here's the second baseman, Cade Campbell. Campbell today reaching on base 3 times. Randolph works on that first base side of the rubber, and the pitch. First pitch hits that in the air, right field, tracking it down is Grabiel, but it goes out of play. Strike 1. An afternoon where it's been back and forth. Healdsburg puts a couple, leads by 2. 6-4 Prune Packers. Strike 1 pitch. Hits it in the air, flares it out, right field, tracking it down as Grabiel makes the one-hand grab for out number 2. Broken bat for Cade Campbell. 1 on, 2 outs. We are on the top of 9. Here's the catcher, Tristan Martinez. Healdsburg 6, Medford 4. We are in the top of 9. And a game that has just gone back and forth. And Rogues just need to get this third and final out to send the offense. Rogues send up Anthony Thomas Jr., Diego Grabiel, and Jonathan Walsh. Much more competitive game than yesterday. Yesterday just went by in a blink of an eye, quite literally, an hour and 58 minutes. First pitch, roped foul to the third base side. Strike 1. Tristan Martinez, 5th at bat of the afternoon. Flied out to left field in the first. Hit by a pitch and got the third base. Was left stranded there. Popped out to the second baseman, Daniel Berman, in the 5th. And singled in the 7th. Randolph sets up on that first base side of the rubber. Head, no balls and a strike. Throws it over to first base. Chases back the runner. Mansberry gets back to the bag, standing up. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Fastball hits it in the air, right field. Grabiel on the run. Grabiel looks up, and it goes out of play to the right side. Quickly in the hole, no balls, and 2 strikes. Big pitch upcoming now for Caleb Randolph. Matthew Ossenfort waits on deck. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Runner goes. Line drive, right center field, base hit. Rounding second, digging for 3 is Matthew Mansberry, and he gets to third base. It's a 2-out single for Tristan Martinez. Puts runners at the corners. And it is the 3rd hit so far in this inning. Runners at the corners, 6-4 lead for the Prune Packers. Here's Matthew Ossenfort, his 5th at bat of the afternoon, reaching on base twice so far. Prune Packers trying to put more runs across in this inning. First pitch. Fouls it off. Left side, strike 1. Runners at the corners. That's Mansberry at third. Martinez at first base. Ossenfort the batter. No balls and a strike. And the pitch. Fastball misses outside, ball 1. Actually, he's quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Randolph sets, and the pitch. Runner goes. Ground ball, chopper over the head of the first baseman, Chaz Flores. One runs in. Going to third base is Martinez. This tag is not in time. RBI double for Matthew Ossenfort. So the second run comes across for the Packers. 7-4 lead for Healdsburg.
Now batting the left fielder, number 8, Zane Kelly.
So an RBI double. Puts runners at second and third now. All of 2 outs. The Prune Packers trying to put this game out of reach. If you're Caleb Randolph, he's going to get that third and final out. Rogues bullpen not moving around much in this 9th inning. Randolph sets up on that first base side of the rubber, and the pitch. First pitch fastball misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Zane Kelly, the batter. 0 for 2 so far this afternoon, the Aztec from San Diego State. Runners at second and third. Martinez at third base. Ossenfort at second. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Fastball skied foul, out of play. Behind home plate. 1 ball, 1 strike.
When you hear that crash, think Bill's glass.
Randolph sets up on that first base side. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Breaking ball, knuckled in the air, down the first base side, goes out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at second and third. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Randolph waits and fires. 1-2 escapes away from Anthony Thomas Jr. Martinez scores easily from third. And the wild pitch scores the 3rd run of the evening and the afternoon in this inning. Pushes Ossenfort to third base. So it's an 8-4 lead for Healdsburg. Now the count goes even at 2. Zane Kelly gets back in the batter's box, waits for the 2-2 from Caleb Randolph. 2-2 home. Fastball fouled off left side. We'll do it again. Two and 2. Fastball pokes it foul. Left side will do it again. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brendan Lewis waits on deck for the Prune Packers. Matthew Ossenfort at third base. 3 runs across on 4 hits in this inning. Prune Packers looking for a big lockdown inning and a big inning offensively. This is what they've gotten so far today. 2 and 2. Hits down in the air, right field. Going back is Grabiel at the track, runs out of room. 2-run homer for Zane Kelly. It's a 5-spot put up by the Prune Packers, and it's a 10-4 lead for the defending champs of the Pacific Empire League. Caleb Randolph faces Brendan Lewis now. Bases empty, 2 outs. 10-4 Healdsburg. First pitch misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. Lewis today reached on base in the 4th on a fielder's choice. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. 1-0 leans out of the way, misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Misses low. 3 balls, no strikes. Rogues are warming up a righty in the pen right now. Caleb Randolph trying to nurse this inning home. Three-0. Finds the top third. 3 balls, 1 strike. Fouls it off the right side, and the count fills. Infield is playing deep for the Rogues. Outfield playing deep and straight away. Will Salahar a couple of steps. Jonathan Walsh playing a couple of steps in the left center. 3-2. Chopper, third to base side. Kean Sanchez takes it on a hop at third. The throw to first in time for out number 3. And the inning comes to a close, but 9 batters go to the dish. 5 runs across for the Prune Packers. 5 runs on 5 hits, no errors, nobody left. Home half of inning number 9 we go. It's a 10-4 lead for the Prune Packers. The Rogues in the bottom half of the 9th. Anthony Thomas Jr., Diego Grabiel, and Jonathan Walsh. Rogues going to try and make this interesting on this Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. Healdsburg 10, Medford 4. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Brian Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Half of inning number 9, rather, in Harry and David Field on this Sunday afternoon. A 10-4 lead for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. Anthony Thomas Jr. leads off the inning, followed by Travis Finney, and back to the top of the order, Jonathan Walsh. Healdsburg putting up a 5 spot in the top of this inning. Strike one pitched. Anthony Thomas Jr. finds the outside corner quickly in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. Anthony Thomas Jr. reaching on a drop third strike in the 6th. Got to second base, was left-stranded there. Flied out to the left fielder Van Wee, and grounded out to the third base Rosario Agard in the 2nd inning. 0-2 pitch, misses outside at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mason Lerma stays on the hill, the closer for the Prune Packers, down to UC Davis. Works on that third base side of the rubber. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. Swing and a miss on the curveball. Anthony Thomas Jr. down on strikes. Base is empty, 1 out. In the home half of the 9th inning, here is Travis Finney, his first at-bat on the Sunday afternoon. Healdsburg 10, Medford 4. Rogues trying to make this Sunday afternoon a positive one. Rogues struggling in the top of this inning, giving up a 5 spot to Healdsburg. 5 runs on 5 hits in the frame. 2-run homer from Zane Kelly as well. Misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. One out. Swing and a miss on the slider. Strike 1. Travis Finney, this season a .375 hitter. Has 1 extra base hit so far. Greg Jaquette cleans the plate. Rogues back in action on Wednesday night, 6:35 first pitch against the Lido Labs, then game 2 on Thursday. Then back into Pacific Empire League action. 1-1 misses outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Marysville comes to town for the first of a 4-game set. Friday night, 6:35 first pitch. Saturday, 4th of July, 6:35 first pitch. And then Sunday is a 3:35 doubleheader. 2-1. Clips the inside corner. Strike 2. And the count goes square. Wind is blowing into right field on this Sunday afternoon. Sun is starting to poke through the clouds. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on the slider. Travis Finney goes down on strikes. Back-to-back Ks for the reliever, Mason Lerma. It is his 3rd strikeout of the afternoon. So 2 up and 2 down in the 9th inning. Final hope for the Rogues now with Jonathan Walsh. Walsh today, 2 for 4, definite candidate for player of the game. I know his mom and dad and brother Alex are going to be in the Rogue Valley for the 4th of July holiday. Can't believe 4th of July is next week. First pitch, pops it up in the air, right field, foul territory. Ossenfort, the first baseman, gives chase and lands in the Healdsburg bullpen for a long and loud strike 1. Walsh today singled in the first, was forced out at second base, 6-4 on the force out. Struck out in the 3rd, singled and went around and scored in the 5th. Reached 3, grounded out to the first baseman, Ossenfort, in the 6th. Tough one today in the Rogue Valley. The Rogues had those opportunities, but just one bad inning. Strike 1 pitch. Fastball finds the inside corner, strike 2. And the Rogues are down to their final strike. Lerma sets on that third base side. The 0-2 home. Ground ball to the right side. Picked up by Campbell, the second baseman. The throw to first in time. And the Healdsburg Prune Packers take the rubber game 10-4 the final. 10 runs, 12 hits, no errors with the Prune Packers. 9 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for your Medford Rogues. Healdsburg improves to 16-3 overall in the season, 6-2 in Pacific Empire League action, and the Rogues drop to 16-7 overall in the season and 5-4 in PEL play. Hope you can stay tuned for the Rogues post-game show. It's coming up right after this. Tough one in the Rogue Valley to close out this weekend series. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues baseball. Rogue CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue CN Medford Airport at roguegreenscn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier life plan community.
It is a tough Sunday afternoon in the Rogue Valley. Medford drops the rubber game to the Healdsburg Prune Packers 10 for the final from Harry and David Field. Hi, everybody. My name is Brian Welch of the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. It was a 5-run fifth inning put up by the Prune Packers to put the game out of reach. And the Rogues have to regroup, and they'll be taking on the Lytle Labs beginning on Wednesday for the first of a 2-game set. Rogues will be back in action in Pacific Empire League action on Friday night at 6:35 against the Marysville Giants. Tough one today. Rogues had opportunities to get runners across, but could not. But the Prune Packers found a way to get runs across as well. 2-run blast from Zane Kelly put the nail in the coffin on this Sunday afternoon. Take a look at the highlights. Before we do that, let's take a look at the final line score from today's contest. 10 runs, 12 hits, no errors for the Prune Packers. 9 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for your Medford Rogues. In the top half of inning number 1, 2 runs came across in the inning for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. It was a 2-0 lead for the Prune Packers. Rogues answered back with 2 runs themselves. It was a 2-2 game. You're probably thinking, okay, it might be like what we saw on Friday, back and forth, a lot of ties. It was still the same score in the second and the third. Healdsburg answered back, put a big run in the top half of inning number 4. But before that, in the top half of inning number 2, it was a couple of big strikeouts. And how about Lorenzo Lew out of the pen with back-to-back Ks?
Lew's payoff. Fastball, called strike 3, right down the pipe. Back-to-back Ks for Lorenzo Lew, and the side is retired.
Back-to-back Ks by Lorenzo Lew made it a 1-2-3 second inning. Bottom half of the second, Rogues had a runner on at second base for Jay Neugebauer, but could not cash him in. Top half of inning number 3, Healdsburg had a base runner on as well at second base, and they could not get Cannon Golden around. Home half of the third, Rogues went in order 1-2-3. Top half of inning number 4, Cade Campbell got the offense moving once again to break the 2-2 tie. A solo home run from him. And then in the home half of inning number 4, Rogues had runners at second and third, but could not capitalize. But in the home half of the 4th, Evan Saito had a big hit to get the offense jumping.
Gets the signal, works on that third base side of the rubber. 1-1 pitch, hits that in the air, sky high, right field, tracking it down is Lewis. Lewis gonna try and make the diving grab. Did he reel it in? No, he did not. The ball dropped down. Evan Saito goes to second base, and the Rogues get aboard of a double from Evan Saito.
So Evan Saito got aboard of a double. Jay Neugebauer drew a walk, had a stolen base, put runners at second and third, and then a pass ball set him up, but the Rogues could not get runners across in the afternoon. Top half of inning number 5, 2 runs came across for the Prune Packers. Home half of the 5th, Rogues answered back with 2 runs of their own, and it was back at a 4th, and then it was the same score throughout the whole entire back part of the innings, back part of the game until the top half of inning number 9. Kenan Golden got aboard of a double. Matthew Mansberry singled. Sac fly drove in Golden from the at-bat from J.C. Osorio A-guard. Cade Campbell flied out to right field. Trivian Martinez drove in on a run on an RBI single from Ossenfort, and Zane Kelly took care of the rest with a 2-run blast, making a 5 spot in the top half of inning number 9 and took the wind out of the Rogues' sails on this Sunday afternoon. 5 runs on 5 hits in the 9th inning, and Healdsburg took the wind out of the sails. Rogues went in order 1-2-3 in the 9th inning, and Healdsburg takes the rubber game, and they take the series 2 out of 3 against the Rogues, 10 for the final at Harry and David Field. Prune Packers improved to 16-3 overall in the season, 6-2 in Pacific Empire League action. Rogues dropped to 16-7 overall in the season, 5-4 in a PEL play. These two teams will see each other in California. We'll have that broadcast for you for the California Swing. They'll be at Recreation Park in Healdsburg July 14th and 15th. That's when the Rogues will take on the Prune Packers twice, once against Solano Mudcats at Solano College, then a 2-game set against the Lincoln Potters, and then wrap up the week trip at Bryant Field in Marysville to take on the Marysville Giants, and that will be the second to last week of the regular season. But still a lot of baseball to play from here till then, but a tough one today at the ballpark. Let's pick our player of the game before we go on the Rogues postgame show. Just kind of a tough one. Jonathan Walsh went... He had 2 hits in the afternoon. Double from Larson Custer. Reached on an RBI fielder's choice. Got a run across. But this is a tough one. Hayden Van Acker got an inning and a third on the hill. Rogues used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pitchers to get it across on this Sunday afternoon, but it did not have the result end well for the Rogues. Let's go Larson Custer. Larson's final game in a Medford Rogues uniform this summer, guy that played big dividends in this season, and he's going to be dearly missed, and he's going to be going to Eastern Illinois. It's going to be a lot of fun to see where his career goes in Eastern Illinois. So Larson Custer is our player of the game. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard and the standings before we go on this Sunday afternoon, final afternoon game at home in the regular season. And a couple of games have already gone final. One game's already gone final. Humboldt gets a big win. And actually, the series victory against the Lincoln Potters in the season series, 3-2, 10-2 the final against the Potters. If a tiebreaker happens between Lincoln and Humboldt for the postseason, Lincoln and the Potters, actually the Crabs would actually have the season series. So that'd be interesting to see what the Crabs can do. The Crabs will be here in July on the 10th and the 11th in a couple of weeks, and the Potters will be here as well in that week as well. West Coast Kings dominating 13-3 against the Marysville Giants at Bryant Field, and those West Coast Kings are going to probably improve to 6-5. Now let's take a look at the standings brought to you by Kramer Cabinets, the out-of-town scoreboard, and the standings brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. Humboldt still atop the league. They are 7-2. Healdsburg slots into the 2 spot. They are 5-2. Medford drops to 5-3 overall in the season in Pacific Empire League action. They slot into 3rd place. So at the season ended today, the Rogues will be on the outside looking in. But Lincoln, those 2 games yesterday on a 3-game losing streak after dropping a crazy one yesterday, but being upsetted by the Fresno A's on Friday night. The A's taking care of business. The Potters at McBean Park, 8-1 the final. And the Potters got to try to get themselves back in the win column. West Coast Kings improved to 6-5 in league action. Solano is 4-6, and the Marysville Giants drop to 1-12. I know those games are going on currently, but it's a 10-run lead, but you don't want to assume. But those are the standings in the Pacific Empire League. Tough one today at Harry and David Field. There was just moments in this series. If it went the other way, it's a series victory for the Rogues. But you play the game of baseball, you get back up, and you go forward again. Wednesday night, 6:35 first pitch. We get going at 6:15 for the Awesome Pool Guy on deck show. The Lidos Labs come to town. That'll be a 2-game set, then a 4-game set between the Marysville Giants and the Medford Rogues. That's a 6:35 first pitch on Friday night. On Saturday, 4th of July, it's going to be a lot of fun. Biggest fireworks show in Southern Oregon. We'll have a lot of fun with that. 6:35 first pitch. We'll get underway at 6:15 for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Don't forget tomorrow, episode 10 of Plank Talk. We're going to try to finalize our guests. But I know the one guest that we are going to have live from the Foodery in Phoenix. It is going to be Monty Spence, assistant coach guy who went to high school in Phoenix. Foodery's a great spot. We'll have that for you from 4:30 to 5:30. It is going to be a blast. So if you want to watch online, have your questions ready. Use the hashtag AskTheRogues, capital A, capital T, capital R for tomorrow's show. So we'll see you tomorrow live from the Foodery, 4:30 to 5:30. We'll see you on Wednesday at the ballpark, 6:35 first pitch. Get underway at 6:15 for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. That will do it from the Rogue Valley on this Sunday afternoon. Tough one at the ballpark. Healdsburg takes the rubber game of this weekend series, 10 for the final against your Medford Rogues. For everyone that has put this broadcast together, Brian Woach saying goodbye. Have a good afternoon. Repeating the final score from Harry and David Field in Medford. Healdsburg takes the rubber game at 10 for the final. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching and listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network. So long from Southern Oregon.